God now?
Jackson. He's not allowed to lick his paw.
He's still having that issue?
Once they get it down to the non-swollen size, they're going to go in and get whatever it is out.
Ugh.
But they want to make sure that it's not swollen so that they can stitch it.
Yep.
Okay.
Because if they stitch it while swollen, it will end up wrong.
And therefore they would just take the skin out.
Yeah. We're live now.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Took a minute.
So
They
when we
changed
left
stuff.
off, we had cleared the volcano / pirate compound. And Eus
was indebted.
contracted by
Indebted.
Yeah, indebted.
For doing the last 3 or 4 points of damage to the end boss.
it was 6.
6. That was just there to be a distraction.
Yep. Broke the sacred dibs.
Yes, I broke the sacred dibs.
How dare he?
And so now I'm awaiting to have the debt repaid.
Yep. In the absolute worst way possible for him.
Mackenzie and Ferrix had both attained captainhood of their own ships.
Which they still have yet to name.
Which, yes, we
They-
had.
No, we named them.
Did you name them?
I kept with the name that came with my ship because I liked
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
And Mackenzie can't read, so she doesn't even know what her ship's name
Yeah,
is.
Mackenzie is aware. Because,
But Joe is not. 'Cause Joe is forgotten.
Yes. Joe's long since forgotten. I think all of us have forgotten.
if y'all didn't write it down, then
My
I'll
ship's
remind
name
you.
is the Queen's Spade.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you wrote it down because it was either Eus or,
Oh, the carrot tub.
yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all have your ships now. I believe they're both smaller.
The one masted
Got us-
spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both got the one masts. I have two mast ships.
Yeah. And then you sent
with me.
3
Yeah. And then I have
elsewhere because they're still like with the main island doing merchantry.
yeah.
So you're amassing quite a fleet.
Yes.
I do remember.
You did take a bounty for the pirates here and a dragon believed to be red with a cult
Yes.
and
to
there was
the
an undead
east
island.
of here.
There's an undead island to the south that Mackenzie
We
wanted
didn't
to
take-
kill shit.
we didn't
and the
take
party
that
said
quest.
no.
Y'all did not take that bounty.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't touched that bounty. So
Got it.
Yes. Because Brax promised Mackenzie that if everything's finished, by the time we get back, if it's still there, then we will take it. Because we're going to head that way anyways after.
what are people doing as the ships are being reloaded, restocked, reset?
So, I'm going to, yes, we'll approach the ferry,
Barracks.
Ferrix.
Yes, Eus, the smart one of the group.
So I have to do this again because we weren't streaming. Ferret, I believe.
Forest.
Forest.
I don't look like a ferret.
No, but you act like the great trickster god, or great trickster spirit,
I'll turn you into a ferret.
thus reinforcing my point. Anyway, I offer you a peace offering of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Flopsy has entered his age, in which anything and everything female that is not related to him is something he wishes to pursue. And you are his current target.
No shit, really? Hadn't noticed.
I am willing to offer you that he be protecting something at the main city. We find something shiny for him to protect. and thus is not looking for intimate relations with you.
That is up to you. It's his safety you should be concerned about.
Honestly, there's always more bunnies. But he says this semi-sarcastically. He says, he may be my brother, but he's annoying as shit.
That
And-
sounds like a you problem.
Well, currently it's a you problem because he currently wants to hump your leg. Or just about anything he can find.
I'm not there right now, but that's a very tiny leg to try.
He's a very tiny bunny.
Yes, but she's also 4 inches tall.
4.5 inches tall.
D&D fanfiction.
Rule 34 exists for a reason.
Again, I don't care. But I will obliterate him if he tries.
I mean, he's not going to jump on you, but he is going to pine over you.
That sounds like a him problem.
If you do not wish me to have him find another lady somewhere to pine over and annoy, then I won't. And with that, he just turns around and walks out.
I'm trying to help get the ships ready. So,
What is Mackenzie doing?
She is, from stem to stern, walking around, inspecting the ship like she knows what the hell it is.
Okay.
She's making sure every little wooden board is fitting perfectly because she has no idea what she should be looking for in a ship, but she wants to look important.
Fair enough.
Sounds like a Mackenzie
The,
thing to
the,
do.
the crewmates are actively loading and securing everything. And
She's gonna take the, not necessarily the smartest or even best sailor, but the one who would look to be the strongest
okay.
aside, and in secrecy admit that she knows very little about ships. And she doesn't want the rest of the crew to find out. So she will need guidance from this man. Or woman.
Since you're doing it secretly, I want a...
Performance?
No. We're gonna go with an...
Stealth?
No, I think we're gonna go with a persuasion because it is conversation.
Fair enough.
Because this guy is not bright, and there are other people somewhat nearby. Mackenzie, while able to be quiet,
is not.
is not the...
I basically picked the big dumb guy
Yeah.
and, you know, the one that used to load shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're trying to be stealthy. I'm giving you that.
Yeah.
But I need some... I need to know if anybody else overhears, so I'm rolling a passive for the 3 people that are semi nearby.
And I'm doing persuasion.
Yes.
6.
Cool. So you tell him. He tells you what he knows.
I am fascinated by this, as I don't know that he doesn't know anything.
Yes.
Well, I mean, he knows a little. He knows more than you. He knows more than a
That's not
cabin
hard.
boy would know. He is a sailor. He's a full-fledged sailor in his own right. He knows the basics, but like, not every sailor knows exactly how to travel by the stars. Not every sailor knows how to travel by the sun.
I don't know celestial navigation. Or he doesn't know Celestial
Yeah,
Navigation.
so, like, he's telling you the basics of, okay, well, we secure, this stuff here, this is what this section's called, this is what this section's called, these are the main quarters, this is your section because you're the captain. Like, he shows you to your room.
Okay. And I'm not
And there's a
concerned-
shitload of charts and a table in the middle of your room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have good news. I'm not concerned about Celestial Navigation because all I gotta do is follow him. If he knows where he's going, I'll follow that. Second of all, I look at it, admit that it is in fact a pretty picture, but I can't read it.
It's a map. You know maps.
Okay.
You just can't read any of the words on the map.
You can't read the lettering on the maps, but, like, figuring out, like, you've seen how to figure out on a map your rough location, so you know roughly where you are on the map.
Okay. Because it's an island chain, and she wouldn't be familiar with islands at all.
Yes and no. You've seen it enough with the other things that have happened. You do have a general idea of map navigation.
Cool.
Now, are you accurate and good with it? No.
Far from it.
The only map I have is a shit-drawn map that my grandpa made when he was lost to shit in Western Faerun, or Western, wherever.
And you're
But
not even
are
sure
you
if it's
better
good.
than the average
Accurate map.
peasant? Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to ask Jim Bob.
Write his name down.
That's what you've named him now.
A big ugly sailor named Jim Bob. Level 5 captain. 3 to 4 is the first mate, 3 is the quartermaster, level 1 for the sailors. 25 main crew. 1 is
We're gonna go with this.
Jimbo. We'll call him Jimbo. For short.
Jimbo is a half elf.
Okay?
That's a buff half elf.
Yeah, he's fairly buff for a half elf.
He's Shayla buff.
You already named him once.
Yep.
Fair enough. Shay can always mean something. Paragon.
Sure. Totally.
What?
It means horny.
Okay, Shay the Flopsy.
Anyway, so you getting that sorted out. They're getting the ship is just about ready. And we're gonna cut to Ferrix. What are you doing? Are you in any way trying to direct how your ship's being loaded?
I'll oversee it, but they know what they're doing.
Okay, so you're just, hey guys, get it ready, and then chilling.
Yep.
Ferrix knows quite a bit more about sailing than Mackenzie does.
I know that I know nothing. That's a start.
You know a bit more.
I know a lot more.
A bit.
A lot. I took a thing for it.
You know a bit more.
It's not a high bar to pass.
You have ground level, and then you have you. It's 4.5 inches higher.
I can be 4.5 feet tall too, you know.
Yeah, whatever.
Which means Flopsy has potential.
To get his ass kicked to the moon.
I don't know you can kick
Maybe
him
he's into
high,
that.
but I'm pretty sure you could teleport him almost that far.
Do you have a spell to teleport him that far? I do.
Actually, maybe.
Except you
Anyway.
have to go with him.
I don't.
No.
Forced teleport is a thing.
I don't have that one.
Oh.
Also, being as the Haringons were originally inhabitants of the Feywild, banishment works.
Yeah.
No, but I can get a spell scroll for it and use it. Because I can use any spell scroll across any
Broken
field.
Okay, so you observe if you see anything that looks like it might go wrong, you fix that, make sure that's secured, that kind of thing. You call out the little things. In short order, half hour, 45 minutes, all the ships are... Oh, you're welcome. I was starving when they got me, so I ordered the large. But I've also been eating a lot less food recently. So I knew I wasn't gonna finish
You're
the
not
fries,
gonna
but I
fit your shoulders
thought I
through
was
there.
gonna get like halfway through them.
Your shoulders don't.
And
fit.
I finished the burger, and my body went, "Nope, you're done. Stop right there."
But yeah,
Okay, so half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah,
give or
half
take.
hour, 45 minutes. You barely even have to look at your ships. Your guys are very well trained.
Yes.
They have earned your trust. You rarely have to check things.
Yeah.
Though you do still do the occasional walkthrough.
I am like passive looking at things as I am helping prepare the ships at this point,
Yeah, well, you're
just to speed things up a little.
At this point, you're kind of like you walk through and you just randomly check shit,
Yeah.
just to keep them on their toes. But it's not because you don't trust them; it's because it keeps them on their toes.
Yeah. It makes sure that they're paying attention.
He is feisty today.
he is.
No, he's nipping at my hand. He wants to fight. So, you get the ships, start getting them out. I'm assuming the airship is going to be the last one out because you can just go.
Yes.
You're still not fitting through there, my dude. It's not happening.
Who is the first ship that heads out? Order-wise, in the dock, yours would be closest to the exit, but there's a fair bit of space, so others could potentially get around you and past first. Do one of yours go out first?
I'm just gonna start leaving
Okay, so as soon as you're ready, you anchor up and you head outside.
and park in the middle of the ocean.
Wait, instead of going full sails, just partial sails, and just kind of drifting forward. You do know that you need to turn left when you go out to go the proper way.
More they know that. I'm just going with it.
Well, no, you told them, hey, we're heading east.
Got
and
it.
they're like, okay, we need to turn this way. And you're like, we're going to move slow because we're waiting for the others to get out here
Fair enough.
because they're leaving. And they're like, cool, we don't have to navigate. Got it.
Right. Navigate is follow
Mine.
that one.
We did set up a ship to go back to the mainland with money
Yes,
for.
You sent 3 ships back to the mainland.
Yeah, because we had a lot of new crew.
I thought that our 3 ships that you had before were still on their merchant missions.
You have 3 merchants, and you caught
3 merchants.
3 here.
Right. Which
Okay,
means
so
we
you sent 1 ship back.
Yeah, we sent 1 ship back.
to the mainland to pay for and
Everything.
get supplies for the island.
Yes.
So we only have 4 ships that are leaving
Yeah.
in the water.
Yeah, and that ship had some of the new pirate crew that we have integrated into ours, and some of the kobolds,
Yeah. Well,
including my followers.
you freed quite a number of people from being forcibly made into an undead type creature.
And then made them believe that we were gods.
Not quite gods, but definitely
Divine in some power.
divine in some fashion for you. 3.
Yeah.
Though they're real sketchy on you.
Nuh-uh. God have beat things with a hammer.
I am.
It's still sketchy.
We'll figure something out, but I'm stuck between: do I want to be a paragon for my own people and thus an honorary spirit, or do I want to just be a straight actual god of the Herringons and of guidance of the Herringons?
Which is much more rare.
Right.
So, you get out, everybody. What order are y'all actually going to travel in?
So I'm going to be
assuming you're
in
at
the
the
front.
front.
Yeah, I will be at the front because I need everybody else to follow me.
Now, are you doing a straight line? Are you doing a V?
I would say a
Are you
straight
doing
line would be...
an armada style?
We could do a diamond shape.
I'd say probably an armada style.
So a diamond shape.
Yeah.
In this case. So who's on the left? Who's on the right? Who's in the back?
I'll be in the rear.
Okay, so
Back. Front.
Left.
Right. Left.
left,
Okay.
and then the third ship
And
is
then
on
you're-
the other side. So
We have
All
decided
right.
that starboard is over the rails at night, and port is over the rails when we get somewhere. It's on whatever
Yeah.
side that we pulled up on, because that's what makes sense.
that's
to
what
Mackenzie.
makes sense to Mackenzie and the rest of them.
And the poor sailors on the ship are just like,
Otherwise, it's right or left.
So,
And Mackenzie didn't pay much attention to everything that I was yelling out when we were sailing.
I mean, vaguely, but not enough.
She was
for
too
it to-
busy training her 15 kobold barbarians.
enough
to
to
pay
know
attention to me.
generally that those two directions actually apply to right and left, but not which one applies to which.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to assume that wherever we pull up on the port, at
Is
one point she will figure out that the door is on the left.
High or low?
Let's go with low.
Okay. So, as y'all are sailing along, you see ahead of you, because there's a fairly clear day, though there is a nice solid breeze coming in from the west. It's pushing you along at a pretty good clip for those of you who are under sail and not under firepower.
I could push all of us under firepower.
Do you?
I'm just saying I could.
You see the remnants of what was probably a ship. And a pretty large one.
Okay.
And this is about your 4th day off the island, because it's about 5 days out to where the next thing is rumored to be.
Okay.
What do we see floating in the water?
Large chunks of what would obviously be hull, barrels, crates, a couple of bodies on things. What looks like potentially sailcloth. But as quiet as it is out here, you didn't hear a ship breaking apart, which is quite loud if you have never heard it in real life.
Yes.
And okay, so are there enough bodies to account for the crew?
No. You're only seeing like 5-6 bodies over this, because like the first edge of it that you saw was just wood. It was just like
Right.
pieces of ship and sail. And then as you got further in, you started to see crates and barrels with people like
Draped
laid
over
over
them.
them or laid out on a hunk of, table-sized hunk of ship.
Jack, that kind of stuff.
So, actually the table-sized hunk has like 2 or 3 people on it usually.
And from our ships, can we see if they are...
Are they living?
No, this is like you're seeing them as they're coming into
Oh,
view.
okay.
This is y'all's passives are high enough that I'm not going to sit here and go, you don't see. No, there's nothing else around here.
I see before everybody else does.
Yes, you do. Then Mackenzie. Then Devin.
Yeah. Ferrick's at the back.
And it's because the other ships are in the way is why you were the last
Yeah.
one
Oh,
to
I
see
don't...
things.
I'm in the back, I get that.
Actually, you're not the worst vision-wise. That's actually his other ship, I think.
Well, I mean, they're just NPCs, so yeah.
So, I'm giving them a 12.
Hey,
I
Barrett,
think yours is higher than that.
I'm assuming you're not letting Flopsy ride on your boat?
Not even slightly.
Okay.
Oh, no. There's a standing order on her ship that if Flopsy attempts to board, he is to be thrown in the ocean. Not on the shore.
Into
not
the
onto
ocean.
another ship. Into the water.
Fair enough.
I already knew this.
Cast Yeet on Flopsy into the ocean.
Yep.
And whoever does it, there's a bonus.
Fuck yeah, there is.
Anybody else, any other Herringon, walks onto the ship, they won't touch him. Him specifically.
It's a horny guy who's horny for captain gets yeeted. Anyone else is fine,
Yep.
as long as they're not horny for the captain.
Oh, no, they can be horny for the captain, as long as they haven't stated it openly, repeatedly.
Yeah.
They're allowed to have their private feelings about it. There's probably a number of the members of the ship who are horny for the captain and are just like, oh, the captain wants me to do something. Yes! Because, let's be honest, guys are stupid and think with their dicks.
Absolutely.
Hey, it gets her good loyalty.
I forget the name of your cohort.
Spectra.
Spectra.
They're as asexual as they come. They're a Haley level asexual.
And there's probably a number of guys who are after Spectra too, who have just kept it to themselves because they very quickly figured out voicing it out loud is a quick way to get yeeted into the ocean.
There's been
AKA
at least
Flopsy.
one yeet that Flopsy had to deal with.
AKA Flopsy.
Yes.
So, y'all are seeing this.
Okay.
Like I said, this is at the edge of your vision. The crow's nests on the ships that have them. So not yours, Zach.
Yeah. Mine doesn't have crow's nest at all.
Yours doesn't have a fucking mast.
Are
Exactly.
calling out about these guys as they come into view. So you do have eyes on these 5-6 people.
Are there any survivors?
You don't know. They're just coming into view. You're not close enough to tell.
Yep.
When we get close.
So, yeah.
So,
Do we want to...
are y'all redirecting slightly towards them? Or are you just going to sail past? What is your intention?
Yeah, we will redirect
Okay.
slightly. I'm going to put up the flag to let the other ships know,
Cool.
hey, I noticed something. I'm going to check it out. Stay back a little bit.
Stay on course.
Stay on.
I'm going to fly to him, but instruct my
Yep.
people to
So
follow
the
orders.
sailing ships begin readying for possible people being brought on board. Medical supplies are brought out and set aside just in case, but it's still very orderly on all the ships.
Yeah. They've slowed their speed but maintained course at this
After
point.
a moment, you see the sparkle of wings flying towards you from, 50, 60 feet out, because you're small.
You're small and you're fast.
You get to the ship. You are left side, so you're the furthest away from everything, because it is slightly off to the right of y'all.
And you have no way of getting over either.
That's,
Unless you want to swim.
Well,
That's not entirely true. There is a way, because there is a ballista on your ship.
However, it has not been modified.
It has not yet been modified, but you've also ridden an unmodified one before.
Multiple times.
well, actually, the original one is telling the helmsman to just go over there, and he points out that would probably end up ramming her. So I think that it's a bad idea after all.
Okay.
But yeah, sure.
Well, her ship didn't alter course.
Yep.
She flew from her ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were doing this, and I'm like,
No.
No.
I put up the flag to tell the ships to slow their speed but maintain course.
okay.
So
Well, I veered off with mine.
her ships stay in the course with the armada.
I'll load
She's
into a
going
ballista and head that way.
And so as soon as you see the things, you attempt to launch yourself to his ship. I need you to roll me an attack with your dex and
Did Eos try to stop this at all?
your Eos
Face
is the one
palm.
pulling
That's-
the trigger.
Oh,
That-
okay.
yeah, no.
Yes.
It's Jimbo firing. Well, she's pulling the trigger. Jimbo aimed, and just ES is. Okay,
Yes,
make
because
it
we've
easy. I
already
got this.
warned Eos that this would happen.
And Jimbo. Jimbo was warned by Eos.
Yes. Jimbo's probably looking forward to it, let's be honest.
He gets to shoot his captain, yes.
In a way that does not end up in court martial.
Yeah.
This is like every sailor's dream.
Son of a bitch. 11's not going to work.
Actually, 11 is going to work. You're hitting a ship.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Now, I
It's
need
pretty
you to roll
big.
me an athletics check.
What's my ship's AC? I gotta look at that.
That's not the issue here.
I know.
I've got to land face up.
Yeah.
You could land face down.
23.
Darn it.
You two hear, and you look over, and you don't see anything, but you obviously heard flush hit ship.
Yes.
I'll fly.
As you fly over the side, you see Mackenzie claws into the side of the ship holding on, as she didn't aim quite high enough.
Need a little help there.
You are easily able to climb up the side of the ship and board. It's just a little painful as you take 10 points of damage, which isn't that much to you.
No.
I only have 337.
And it did 0 damage to my ship because that doesn't even meet my AC. My AC is 14 with the ship. So.
Alright, so Mackenzie and Ferrix are now on
Coming
your
up the
ship.
side. Yes.
I missed the seat. We'll have to put one on.
Already planning to modify ships. Great.
Yes.
At least we have the money for it.
Now, here's the thing. You could just swap them.
I could. Very easily.
But then if, for whatever reason, Mackenzie's on this ship, you don't have a launcher for Mackenzie on this ship.
That's a Mackenzie problem.
Anyway,
At this rate, I expect Mackenzie to be on her own ship.
about this time, y'all are coming close enough to the people to be able to see if any of them are alive-ish. They are not moving much. There's just kind of the drift and
Yeah.
of the waves. If they're alive, they are most likely unconscious.
Okay. So I'm going to stop the ship. Tell everybody to start prepping lifeboats.
Oh, the guys have already been prepping.
Yeah.
Everything is ready. The longboat is ready to go up the side.
But nothing will be dropped until I give the say-so. And I dive off the side.
I was about to say, I'm gonna go prepare and then just stop.
Yep.
Okay, you're in the water.
Yep. I start swimming around.
I'll fly down.
Okay.
I'll
You
jump.
fly up to one of the bodies as he's slowly swimming to catch up to you.
I'll jump on.
I move normal speed.
She still flies faster.
What's your speed?
50.
I'm faster. 55.
She direct lines. You have to add an additional 15 feet because of off the ship and then swimming.
Yeah.
I'll jump over, like onto one of those fucking pieces of wood.
Mackenzie
There's
is
nothing
slower
that
than water.
close. It's like
30
20
feet?
It's like 25, 30 feet to the nearest piece.
Proficiency bonus is 5 times 5 is 25.
Roll it.
Is this attack or athletics or what is
This is
this?
athletics.
And then once you're in the water, you're at
gonna-
half speed.
Lucky that.
Because Mackenzie does not have a swim speed.
You're only like 6 seconds behind.
Yeah.
I rolled a second 2. I'm giving up. 11.
You are drenched. Your body is absorbing water and you're starting to have difficulty swimming.
Fuck, that was a bad idea.
Fun fact.
Rabbits do swim.
Yes.
Poorly. And when they get their
Actually,
undercoats
Not
drenched.
poorly.
They're very good swimmers. The problem is their fur absorbs too much water and they get moldy.
Depending on the type of rabbit. As a floppy rabbit, you would have better water
Buoyancy?
repellency.
Oh, okay.
You're less
Like
likely
if
to
you're a
mold.
fluffy like an Angora, oh hell no, you're drowning.
Yeah.
Those poor bunnies.
So
You
But
soak
you're
up
a
the
floppy
water
one.
and you're now
Floppies
water.
are a lot more guardy hair, which is the water repellent. So.
Cool.
You aren't
Fun fact.
going to drown, but you are
Very
slowed down
wet.
considerably.
So congrats, you're at half speed. Because you don't
Hey,
have a swim speed.
I'm just trying to roll it into
Yes.
the roleplay, guys. Anyway,
I was.
so you two get there. You're heading that direction. You get most of the way to the thing you were aiming for on your jump. It only takes you 6 seconds to get to it, even at half speed.
I actually have the highest speed of us all.
Yes.
But not right now. 60.
You are able to pull yourself up out of the water onto it if you want. The
Yeah.
next nearest piece is only 15 feet.
I'm looking for the nearest occupied piece.
Yeah.
That's about 25 feet from you.
Okay, I can make that in one round.
Yeah.
So.
But you're standing on a hunk of ship hull.
Hey, you could learn how to row your own boat.
Hippity hoppity, this is not my property.
You get there first.
Do I need a medicine? Perception?
Medicine check.
Okay.
You get there while this is happening, so you can...
Rolling new dice. Woo! Nat 20.
Followed by a nat 1. I think he's dead.
He's
or
not dead.
alive, depending on whether he is in fact dead.
You are so
23
convinced that all of them are dead before you even really get eyes on them that you are like, as you're pulling yourself out of the water, you're like, he's not even breathing. I don't know why I jumped over here. The fuck? And she's going,
He's not dead.
that one's alive, that one's dead, that one's dead, that one's alive, and looks over by the one at you, and it opens her mouth, and you can roll a medicine check.
Okay, to give you an idea, my medicine check is non-proficient and 3. That basically, a medicine check to her is basically kick it in the side and see if it grunts.
I'm also not
it
proficient
is only
in
slightly
medicine.
worse than mine.
Mine's a +3 as well, because I'm not proficient in it.
10!
Which is the max you are allowed to roll in a non-proficient skill, which tells you he's alive.
Wait, you can't roll higher than a 10?
If you are not proficient,
Yeah.
the only way to get higher than a 10 is to nat 20.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I rolled a 7 plus 3 is 10.
Yep.
So he is alive.
He is alive.
Nudge, nudge.
So there is 3 alive of the 5 you are looking at. There's one more person who is about 55 feet away on a barrel by themselves. They appear to be face up on the barrel and appear to have been tied to it now that you all are closer.
Well, I believe
That
they're all
means they
dead,
tied
so,
themselves.
Not the way
Tiny
this
hands.
tying was done. This
They're
tying is the wrists were tied to the barrel.
Got it. This was a kind of crucifixion tie.
Yeah,
Not...
Yes. Very much crucifixion tie on the water.
and then something went horribly wrong. Somewhere.
The crucifixion guy lived.
Well, they're 55 feet away. You don't know if they're alive.
Well,
But it's 55 feet from both of you. And y'all are 15 feet apart.
Okay. Well, Ferrix has assured me that certain people are alive.
Yes. So you could swim over there if you want, or you could fly over there if you want. You could attempt to bounce your way between objects to get over there.
or jump swim, because bonus action movement.
Yes.
I will just swim over there.
Okay.
I'll jump, bounce, swim thing.
I mean, you have options. You can either try and jump between objects, which would be 3 rolls. All of them athletics.
Or jump in the water and swim.
Or jump in the water and swim.
That's 55 feet total.
Yeah. It will get you there in 6 seconds, about roughly a second or 2 behind him.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you summoning... Are you kicking bodies off? Are you searching bodies? Are you going with them? I mean, you could stand on the guy's fucking forehead, so...
I could stand on either of their foreheads, too.
I scream out to you, "The great wet wolf got them!"
Meanwhile, I've already dived in the water to this guy.
I'll start flying towards it, too.
Okay. So you all get there at roughly the same time. Like a second difference is what we're dealing with here. So everybody is allowed to roll medicine checks on this guy.
Cool. Total of 11.
Okay, 18, so...
9.
Or 21, so that makes it a 13.
So
10 plus 3.
he is alive. He is groaning softly. And now that you are closer, you can actually see a little bit of blood in the water around this person.
Okay. I'm going to stick my head under the water. Start looking down.
There is
Around.
a bite wound in this guy's calf. Something took a circular chunk out of this guy's calf.
Okay.
Isn't there a fish that does that?
Yes,
Yeah,
there is.
there's a
It's
lot
called
of.
the cookie cutter shark.
Doesn't blood summon the toothy water lizards?
You said
Are you referring to the Sahagin?
You stuck your head
Sharks.
underwater,
Oh.
correct?
Yes.
Roll me. Your what type of dragon?
I am a bronze. Yeah,
Not
bronze.
one of the amphibious ones.
No, but I have the black dragon mask, which makes me amphibious.
Okay, at advantage. Roll me a perception. Oh shit, buddy! I am so sorry. I did not know you were right there.
Kicking my dog?
He's
Cool.
hiding under my feet.
That is a 15 and a nat 20
Oh yes.
for a total of 33.
You, by the dumb luck of whatever you hold holy yourself,
Himself.
Me at this point.
notice a shimmer of green swimming away.
Like big, small.
Very big.
Okay.
Very patterned. Swimming in the direction you're supposed to be going. And
Turtle?
trailing pieces of ship.
Turtle dragon?
Would I recognize what it is?
No, it is not the turtle dragon. You would recognize what it is.
It's a green
You
dragon.
can roll against it.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Dragon turtle.
Whatever is appropriate for. I think that would be
Arcane?
arcane or. I don't think it would be nature.
I think arcane is for dragons.
I think it
and
would be
dragon
arcane.
kin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nature is for like beasts and animals and shit. Plants.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter which one I roll. I'm not proficient in either. But if it's a dragon, I would have advantage on the roll.
History would also be optional.
Okay. Well, would I have advantage on the roll in this case?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Because it's potentially a dragon.
Okay, well, that is an 18 plus 4
So
total.
it is most likely,
I'm not proficient in any of those
at
skills.
the very least, adult dragon, potentially ancient dragon.
It's a big old dragon.
By what you saw, and you're guesstimating because you only saw like a
bit.
portion of it.
Yeah.
It's somewhere between adult and ancient worm.
Shit. Okay, so I'm going to swim back up now.
Well, you were looking for his leg and you saw this in addition.
Yeah. So, yeah. Poke my head back out of the water. Everyone out of the water now.
Well, that's you and Mackenzie.
Yeah.
The fairy has not gotten wet.
Yes, but that still applies to the ferry. Out of the water now. As in back on the ships. And I'm going to be calling up to the ships. Get the lifeboats down here right fucking now.
So there's 3 bodies alive. There's 3 bodies dead.
Yeah.
Did anybody bother with looting anything, or did we just check if pulses were there?
We checked first if pulses are there.
Yeah.
I was gonna loot next.
Okay. Do you follow orders, or do you loot bodies?
I'm looting bodies.
I grabbed Barrel, the guy I kicked, and I'm getting on board because I got a 29 strength and I could do all, and I could probably
y'all are
carry
all-
both those things.
Okay, so you're swimming, yeah?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, you drag the barrel with bleeding guy towards the ship.
Well,
it's about-
towards the other chunk, and then I'm going to grab that dude. And we're going
Okay.
to throw him over the barrel and climb
So you get, in the time it takes them to get the boat down and start coming out to the big chunk where the 3 dead were with the one guy who was alive,
Okay.
you manage to get over to the second guy and grab him and start dragging.
Cool.
So, and there is another longboat coming towards you.
Okay.
It's like 10 feet away by the time you get there.
Yeah.
So you load people onto longboats. It takes a few minutes. You get everybody back up on the ship who is alive. You are looting.
Yes.
Do I need Thumper for this?
As long as what I saw doesn't come back, no.
Investigate or
Thumper!
perception.
I'll roll perception. 16.
16. You find on them basic what you find on most sailors. Either a knife, a dagger, a sax, clothes. On the bodies on the big chunk, while you're looting them, you find a total of
I didn't know that about
25 gold,
Can't roll higher than 10.
15
Yeah.
silver,
Non proficient.
and
Yep.
44
If you're not proficient in a skill, you can't roll higher than a 10 total. For whatever reason.
pouch with
Now, that does not include modifiers, right?
some
If I
kind
rolled a
of
10 and I had a
lacquer
plus 3 on a
cards.
skill, I could get a 13.
Yes.
Do you pull any of the cards out?
No, I'll just take the pouch.
Okay.
That's weird.
And that's the
You
dead
can't just
guys.
But if you're
I'm
proficient,
assuming
then you
you're
get
not
everything.
fiddling with the guy who's
Can't just
still
get
alive.
lucky
Pulse.
No.
Well, I mean, you can. You can roll that 20.
So,
Well, I
did they
mean,
get
but-
all 3 guys that were alive, or?
You can't
Oh,
just be
one of the live ones was
lucky
on here
without getting that 5.
the guys
Nope.
who are searching.
Okay.
It's just where
Stupid.
the boat came
Okay.
over to.
So they've only gotten the
Yep.
2 so far?
Mackenzie's grabbed 2.
I don't know.
and
I don't know when they added that.
third one is here with you.
Right.
It must have been in 5-5.
Okay.
The only
No,
only
it
other
was.
body is off to the side.
It was either 4th or 5th.
and it's essentially like
Well, I don't know about 4.
I'll leave that one.
face
Shirt
down
tail.
in the water.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So,
It had to be 4 or 5.
Yeah.
No, I'll help
Yeah,
get the
'cause
guy
it's not
out
a
of
new
the-
rule.
'cause I've got a
you got a
decent
decent.
strength.
Yep.
That's dumb.
All right. So everybody gets back to the ship. Ferrix brings a bit of gold and throws it, I don't know, into your personal stash, into the hoard.
It'll go into the horde.
Some more gold and copper and silver goes into the hoard.
Okay.
More than any.
And has a bag in hand that wasn't
Okay.
with the gold. It's a very heavily waxed, soft leather bag.
Okay.
Ooh! Normally you keep precious things in there
Yeah.
if you're on water.
So, the 3 still living guys are drug up onto your ship by the crew when they lift the whole damn longboats.
Yeah.
They just leave them on there, lift the longboats. 2 are on one longboat that came with Mackenzie. 1 is on longboat that came with you and Ferrix. You're on the deck of the ship. The 3 guys who are still alive are still unconscious. The 1 guy is still bleeding.
Yeah.
The other 2 are just very obviously dehydrated and sunburned.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have them taken below deck, given, whatever medical they need.
Cool. Are you getting back into formation
could
with the
fix
others?
Yes, but Eos isn't on my ship.
No, that's what she just says.
Well-
Eos could fix this.
Okay. Well,
One of his followers can fix this.
but my followers aren't here.
Not
All of his
They are
followers
all gone.
went
I
with.
put them all on the other ships.
No.
Yeah.
Sithis can do this.
You're right. Sithis could do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't question the DM. I
Sithis
know-
is not a follower. He's a cohort. There's a difference.
Whatever.
Don't question the DM. He's just wrong.
Yeah.
Let him be wrong.
Okay. So
Rocks fall, you all die, make new characters. You're fine.
I dodge.
You fail to dodge, you get hit by a bigger rock that's shaped like a giant dick.
Dodge.
It penetrates your asshole.
I cast gate. It disappears into another realm.
Yeah.
I use arcane gate to dodge.
Inspiration. Fuck you. That's funny. So you're holding this pouch.
Yeah.
You've already chucked the gold in silver and copper into the hoard.
Sithis will use a little bit of his lay on hands pool to heal the guy.
Which one is he using it on?
The-
Which of them? Is he
Well, he's going to heal the one that's actually wounded first.
Okay. So as soon as he lays on hands, That's the guy who was strapped to the barrel.
What's in the barrel?
You crack the barrel open
That's a Mackenzie.
and find a barrel full of citrus, oranges, limes,
Awesome.
Thump.
No scurvy for us.
bitter citrons, tangerines.
No
Sticks her
scurvy
head
for
out
us.
of the pile of fruit that just dumped on her.
Yeah.
No,
What's-
it didn't dump.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of like started to slide just a little bit
Yeah.
when you
Fair
pop the lid off.
Fair enough. She grabs something and begins to eat it.
Cool. Has anybody bothered to cut this guy loose?
No.
Yes. I will cut him from the barrel,
Okay.
but we will tie him back up by himself because we don't know why he was tied there in the first place.
As you heal them,
Yes.
they all kind of start to come to. Like, they're very confused. They're all three very panicked. It takes several minutes. You can roll persuasion
Okay.
to calm them back down as a person or as a party. Your choice.
Dang, that is not one of the ones I have advantage for.
Ferrix, if you have calm emotion, you can cast it. Actually, you're a caster too. If you have
I
calm
don't
emotion,
have calm
you can cast
emotions.
I don't either. And none of our scrolls are lit.
I don't think I have calm emotions. Pretty sure I don't.
Too bad you don't let Flopsy on.
Well, this
is my
is
ship.
his ship.
Oh.
This isn't the ship he's banned from.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware,
He is not banned from my ship because
there's only one ship in the whole fleet he's banned from, and that's hers.
Well, if he's here, he casts Calm Emotions because he has it.
Did you bring him with you? 'Cause
Probably
he was
not.
on your ship, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, he's probably been told stay below because there's going to be a ferry involved and you're not allowed to be there.
He can be on anywhere she is that's not her ship.
Yes.
She can't ban
No,
him from
he
anywhere
can't.
else.
No, he can't because having been pursued before, Mackenzie understands the torture
So
that she is
Mackenzie-
under.
Mackenzie has banned him.
Mackenzie has banned him from
Okay.
being around her.
Okay.
Though she's not very vigilant. She's vigilant this time.
Only for him.
Cool.
Only
In
this
this
time.
case.
She'll totally lose track of Flopsy half the time.
Yeah.
Cool. So, as they come to,
So I'm going to try and persuade them.
what did you get?
I rolled a 3 for a total of 18.
Cool. You do manage to calm the two who weren't tied up.
Yes.
The guy who was tied up is sobbing and begging to be allowed to live. Like, inconsolable sobbing.
Can I intimidate him into shutting up?
I could intimidate him into shutting up.
Mackenzie's going to say, is there a reason we should kill you?
I'm not even paying attention to him right now.
No, but he might be.
38. Wait. Correction, just 30.
Just 3.
Just.
He keeps sobbing.
Damn it.
He's probably sobbing louder now.
Nope.
No?
Doesn't seem to have heard.
Cool. I'm going to turn to the other two. Why was he tied up in the first place?
Well, our ship got taken over before it sunk.
Ah, so mutiny.
No.
Taken over by...
Piracy.
The dragon. The local green dragon decided she was gonna amuse herself and tied him to one of our barrels and threw him over the side and began spitting acid at him as if it was a game.
I do not let
So
the
he
intrusive
did nothing
thoughts win.
wrong. Cool. I'm going to walk over and just cut the rope.
He just kind of fetal positions. Still sobbing. Still freaking the fuck out. This is very obviously a, 16-year-old kid.
Here's an orange.
I'm probably not helping much. Just being there.
He doesn't appear to really notice you. Like, he has obviously been pushed past his emotional and mental limits to the point that he is just kind of
Broken.
not aware of anything.
Has he got some sort of madness on him?
Probably.
Some form of, like... Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, because we never got utility spells, I don't have anything for this.
Do you mind if I take him briefly?
Yes.
Do you think you can do anything with it?
Yes.
Okay.
By this point, remind me the name of your ship.
The Velkdrausch.
The Velkdrausch is back in its position and formation, so it's only like 50 feet to your ship. Back left of his ship.
Okay. Can we come up next to... Can we get next to
So
mine?
you can
Yes.
you could signal your ship to come up closer.
I do so.
So
And then I
as
pick
the-
him up.
As the two ships drift closer, when it gets to, 25 feet?
Yeah. I pick the guy up, whether he wants to or not, because he can't beat a 29 strength.
He's not even trying. He's not
And I-
trying to hold on. He's curled up, fetal position, sobbing.
Jump across. Flopsy! Get over here because Captain says so.
Flopsy comes poking his head out of your room.
He gives the dirty look. What are you doing there?
I was looking at maps.
Flopsy's probably the only person on your
Uh-huh.
ship that can read the maps.
Not true. He could easily make maps.
I
too.
need your help.
Okay, Flopsy's the only one that could probably actually navigate with the maps.
There's a navigator, I would imagine.
There's a navigator on the
Okay,
ship.
you have
there's
a navigator.
Vice captain on the ship. There's a quartermaster on the ship.
Okay,
I just literally picked the biggest, dumbest thing
Yeah.
to get advice from.
you picked the wrong guy.
Right.
Like, there's a full competent crew on the
Okay,
ship.
I picked the dumb one. And,
Flopsy, seeing what you intend, walks over. Bop. The guy goes from sobbing uncontrollably to slows down and goes into that horrendous hiccup phase.
that
From-
just hurts.
Yeah, where you're just in pain because you were now no longer able to cry. But it's very obvious he's coming down back to a more even keel. It's going to be a few minutes.
That's fine.
The other two kind of have that deer in the headlights, whites of their eyes showing all around, obviously unsettled because they're sailors and superstition abounds.
yeah,
And in this world, there be sea monsters.
yeah. And oh hey, a green dragon.
And a
Big.
green dragon just destroyed their ship.
Yeah.
And from the amount of wood floating around and that you saw underwater trailing off of that thing, you could roll me an int check.
Okay. Just basic single roll.
Yep. Single roll. Int. Do you have sailor for anything?
Yeah.
Add sailor.
I mean, half of my background is pirate.
So, okay, yeah. So you can add your sailor.
Okay.
knowledge.
So that is going to be an 18 total.
Cool. It was at very least a 2-mast ship. More likely, because you're guesstimating,
Right.
it was a 3-mast, maybe a galleon
Okay.
that was just destroyed. And the whole damn thing was drug underwater before destroying it.
Yeah. And what we saw was the remains that floated back up.
Uh-huh.
All that loot.
Is currently in the belly of a dragon.
Okay,
So
let's
if
go
we
find the
kill-
dragon.
If I bash the dragon in and we cut the stomach open,
From you talking to them, your persuasion, you gather they aren't sure how big the dragon was because they only ever saw it in a humanoid form.
Before it drug the ship under.
And when she was on the ship, she dove over the side, transformed underwater, grabbed the ship from beneath, and drug it down. They have not yet told you what size the ship was
Okay.
or what it was doing out here.
Okay. I'm going to roll to see if I would even care about that. Nope, don't care.
Okay.
Mackenzie would ask, just because they had fruit.
You're talking to the guy who is still hiccuping. It's going to be a minute.
Yeah, no, definitely. But
Yeah.
she still offers him an
Are
orange.
you? He thinks about it, but he's still like, okay.
That's going to be the gauge. When he's willing to accept the orange, that means he's brain.
Yeah.
Would I know if this is along a shipping lane?
It's a shipping lane, but it's a rarely used one because there's been piracy out here for pretty consistently, and this is getting towards the edge of civilized expansion.
But with a galleon, it would make sense if they could come out this way. Because
A
they're
galleon
big enough
or
to be
one
able
of
to
the-
defend
One
themselves.
of the really large merchant ships might
Yeah.
come out this far.
Yeah, they're large enough that they'd be able to defend themselves
Yeah.
mostly.
It would be an armed merchant ship if it wasn't a galleon.
Yeah.
But very large ship obviously was sunk.
Yeah.
And the fact that this ship, or this dragon, was big enough to grab such a big ship from underneath and just drag it under does give you a chance to narrow down what level of a dragon
The
you're
dragon be
facing.
dragon.
Yeah. All right.
It is most likely a ancient or great worm.
Right. And are we in the general area of where our quest should be? Or close to?
It should be in the next day or so that you're coming across the island that is supposed to be its home. The original information told you it was a red dragon.
Right. But it,
You're thinking maybe it was using illusion magic to hide, which is surprisingly smart because greens are known to be dumb.
yes,
She's as
Comparatively.
ancient
comparatively
as-
to others. Yes. The older they get, the smarter they are.
So, and Ferrix, you were still holding that pouch. This is what you saw when you opened the pouch.
Uh-oh. I inflicted that upon us.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'll hold on to the pouch for now.
Okay.
Go get him.
So
That's my belly button.
yeah, I'm going to take the two that we just saved into my quarters. That's
Okay.
where all the maps and shit are.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, I want you to point out roughly where you met this dragon.
Oh no, you're able to tell.
I know, but I want to confirm.
They turn, and they're like, right here. We met her. She was on the ship for a half hour. She sunk the ship.
Okay. So she just showed up while
Yeah.
you guys were traveling.
Yeah. She looked like kinda elven, but not quite as long ears. Long green hair. Bright green eyes. Kind of coppery brown skin.
Okay.
A Kaloran?
Think Islander brown skin, like Pacific Islander brown,
Right.
but with green hair and green eyes.
Yeah. And she would have been easily mistaken as an Eladrin.
That's, yeah, in 5, yes, but in 3 it would be a Kaloran.
Yeah. So,
Okay. So, I'm going to tell you two now. I have good news and bad news for you. Which do you want to hear first?
Veggies before dessert?
Dessert first.
it was fairly high. We're going to take the bad news first. Might as well bite the bullet and get it over with.
Well, the bad news is that we're chasing after that dragon.
Okay.
The good news is, well, we're all adventurers, and this is my fleet, obviously, and we've been tasked to hunt said dragon. So it'll be dead very soon.
Okay. fair warning, there is no surface entrance into her lair that anyone around here knows of.
Well, I'd expect not if she showed up an hour ago.
But, and he points to an island on the map. This is supposed to be her island.
You boys were just in the right place at the wrong time.
Yeah, Vesoth is a well-known terror of the area. No one has been able to take her down, and no high-level adventurers have come out this way to deal with her reign of terror.
Would I know that name? Could I roll against it? Okay. What am I rolling? History, in this
Your
case?
dragon history advantage.
Okay.
Thing.
Can I roll with Arcana?
You can.
Okay,
'Cause
so
it might have been written in a book somewhere.
that is a total of 12.
It's not super
Not a-
familiar.
She got a nat 20, didn't she?
She
Yes,
did.
she did.
Plus 12. 32.
So, Ferrix knows the name.
You recognize the name. She is a ancient green dragon who had a surprisingly high int for a green. She had better than average intelligence and had a slightly bigger than normal repertoire of spells. She had apparently, in her youth, taken on the human form right after she learned how to do that, and used that to go out and adventure and learn from some sorceress types how to channel her magic that's normally just dragon shit to actually cast spells.
So this will be a fun one to bash.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there was only the one, like, little 2-3 pages in a book about her. She's not super well known, but she has been encountered previously. She is more than 500 years old.
And likes to terrorize people in her area.
And apparently locals know her as a terror.
She'll relay that to Grax.
Okay. Well, looks like we're definitely earning our money this time.
Yeah. Probably don't want to fight her in her cave, though.
Getting her out of that is going to be a bigger problem.
Or sacrifice a ship.
Yeah, you're not there, so.
No.
I mean,
At some point I'm going to return now.
Yes.
About that time he calms down enough to take the orange from you.
Okay, that was kind of my test. Is when he's calm enough to start, thinking about eating, he's not in the middle of having an episode.
His thirst actually got the better of him, and citrus has enough liquid in it to help with that.
Yeah.
He very quickly peels it, doesn't really bother with peeling pith off, and just stuffs the whole thing in his mouth and chews and swallows real quick.
Yeah.
Your ship is still fairly close
well,
to
if there's no
his.
surface entrance, that means it's underwater.
Yes.
So
Which I can get to easily.
flooding her place wouldn't work. What if we electrocute it?
We could. I'm not sure how well that would work. Because we don't know how much of her lair would be underwater. Not that green dragons are known to stay underwater.
They
No.
are known to be amphibious.
To some degree. Not as much as black dragons.
I'm just trying to get her attention to get her out of it.
Yes.
And as an ancient, the entrance has to be fairly large.
Yes.
I mean, you're talking, it has to at minimum be like a 20-25 foot circumference
Yes.
So a giant gaping hole.
for her to squeeze herself into it.
Yes. Which, again, I can easily get into.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get your boat into it. Or one of us could get our boat into it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but none of our boats can go underwater and stay
It's easy.
underwater.
I just move the water.
No, I mean, and come back up?
Yes.
No. They can go underwater and stay there. They just can't come back up.
I'm not sacrificing a boat for this.
I
was actually
can
gonna
just
use
move
boat
the water. Geniuses.
Again, Mackenzie is not there. This
No,
is
I'm
an
saying
argument
come
between
back.
Zach and Joe.
Mackenzie-
I know, this
Mackenzie
is an argument.
able to jump back at this point because
Okay.
the guy has calmed
Yes.
down enough. Did
Right.
you? I'm assuming you picked him up and jumped back over.
Yes. So he can join his fellow former shipmates.
Him seeing the others, he like crawls over to them because he's still not quite feeling.
He's still not up to speed.
Does he need an emotional support mushroom?
He has an emotional support
Potentially.
orange.
Potential? No, he has nothing left. He ate that thing.
Okay.
And the real question is, how bad is he freaking out now that he's surrounded by kobolds and a dragonborn?
None of you are bright green. He's not particularly freaking
I mean,
out.
part of my mask is bright green.
Yes,
Only part of it.
A section of scales is green.
Yeah.
But you have the green part of the mask?
Or no, I don't have the green part of the mask. That's the one I'm missing.
Yeah.
Never mind.
yeah.
So ignore that.
Anyway, so you hop back over with him. He gets over to the other two and just kind of like sits there with them.
Do I catch his remark about
You hear you've been roughly like you're
semi-paying attention?
semi-paying attention, fairly far distance, and you were also checking on this guy.
Yeah.
You are aware from what's being said that the entrance appears to be underwater.
When we were hunting, and I've done some hunting, not a whole lot, just a lot of bashing heads, but not a lot of hunting. When we were hunting, the quickest way to get a follower of the Great Wolf to come out, and thus we could drive it off, would be bait.
Are you volunteering?
Sure, but am I enough?
I mean, you're barely even a toothpick, so maybe not.
No. This is a toothpick. It'll also remove the tooth. Holding up Thumper. But if you had a way like a giant flaming circle thing around your ship that you could turn on to make it less appetizing, but something that brings it out, we would have bait.
Do you have thaumaturgy?
I don't have thaumaturgy.
Damn it.
I have prestidigitation.
Damn it. Because then we could just yell out, hey, here's a yummy, yummy ship.
No, I have a
I
lot
have
of
an
spells
idea.
that require me to see the thing.
I like that idea. I have another idea.
Uh-huh.
I can declare a challenge in the name of the Great Wet Wolf, Robert.
That is not my patron.
You keep calling him Robert.
The Dread Pirate Roberts.
Okay, Roberts. So I can
I'm gonna stab her at some point.
I can challenge them, the lady, in the name of Roberts, because I'm bored saying this rest of the title, and see if I can drag her out on her own pride.
Are green dragons particularly prideful? I mean, I know dragons as a species, but...
They're one of the more arrogant
Okay.
Yes.
of the dragons. They're the only one who actively challenges reds on a regular.
Yes. Green dragons are only slightly less arrogant and prideful than reds.
And that's literally dependent dragon to dragon.
Yes. And the older they are, the worse it gets.
It's a surprisingly decent idea,
It
even
is.
if it is incredibly stupid.
Now, over the table, is this command or compelled duel? Both of which require you to see the thing.
No, this is screaming out into the area. That
Just yelling as Mackenzie
this
does.
This is doing a Mackenzie
You're
scream.
also... No one has an earth alteration spell?
Nope.
Thumper does have some general effects on vibration stuff, if I remember correctly.
It does thunder damage.
Yeah, so it makes quite a bit of noise. You could use it as a knocker.
I mean, I have thunder stuff. That'll knock her too.
But if anyone had like earth shape or stone shape, you could potentially go in from above.
No way.
Can I just slam above her cave?
I mean, you could. You could also fire artillery into the side of the island and hope it collapses.
I have an idea.
You also
Fire
have,
me, and then I will
You have
hit the ground
explosive
shortly before
cannonballs.
Yes, I do. Do I?
You do.
I don't know if they're explosive. Hang on.
You do.
Hang on. No, I have +2 cannonballs. They're not explosive.
You do have explosive cannonballs. I mentioned them. I don't think they got written down.
No. I have +2
you have-
cannonballs.
You have a crate on each ship. So it's, I believe, 10 balls per crate
Yes.
of explosive.
Okay. So, it is something that you did not mention, but you are now mentioning now.
It was mentioned before. I just don't think it got written down because it was a passing idea.
I also have 2 barrels of dragon blood,
Yes, you do.
which is well coagulated at this point.
Yes, it is. It is.
But-
it is just shy of blood pudding at this point.
But technically dragon blood is explosive.
Oh, yes, it is.
If you douse me in it, then I can claim
Do you
to be
want
the
to
great
explode?
dragon slayer. Well, yeah. But I could be the great dragon slayer that challenges her. In the name of Roberts.
Born to be a dragon slayer, forced to be a taxpayer. Except Grax doesn't pay taxes.
Oh, God.
So you're like Al Capone?
If I'm going to get arrested for anything, it's going to be tax evasion.
If they're going to successfully...
If they will successfully arrest me for anything, it's going to be tax evasion.
I printed a new updated version.
Which is hilarious considering I'm lawful.
It's not that you wouldn't pay taxes, it's no one's ever bothered to ask you for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't.
Which
have
leads
it.
into the evil.
No. You're just one of those lawful people that insist that taxes are unconstitutional and refuses to
I'm
pay
a
them.
sovereign citizen. Fuck you.
I mean, technically I am. The only place I claim is the ocean. You can't tax me on the ocean.
I mean, we could.
You could try. It ain't gonna work.
That was my point. Anyway. So. Which route are we taking? Are we taking Devon's water manipulation, dive your flying ship into her territory?
No, we're not flying into her territory.
Are we diving over the side of the ship and sending, the 7 of you?
Well, if you open up the area to the cave, I can scream louder at her.
Are you bombarding the side of the island? Are you...
That might be the quickest way to get her out.
Yeah.
Without putting us too close to her.
We're going to start with that. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to throw the red dragon blood into the water.
To be fair,
Ooh, I could launch
range
it
is
into
not
her.
our friend.
You could do that.
Range is not our friend.
I'm range happy.
Range has been our friend.
We are range happy. You are not.
Range is not your friend.
That said, would you prefer I not participate in the fight?
No.
Because it's ranged?
No, I'm going to keep the rest of our ships far enough away. Move it so that way we're above the island and start bombarding the shit out of it.
And when she comes
And
dives
out,
into the water,
Well,
you're to bring your ships down like she did the other.
no, she's going to be a little preoccupied with the people that are destroying her lair.
we're gonna keep the
Dragons are
ships.
very arrogant and territorial about that.
They are, but it's better to destroy the thing destroying the layer than it is to hope that the layer is not as broken and the vases in the, the gorgeous shit inside doesn't get bent, while they can just, while the enemy is doing that, force them to shoot at her because she's wrecking their shit.
Mm-hmm.
So have we come to a conclusion, a decision?
I say we send our non-flying ships away. And I don't mean like just to stay, I mean like send them back. Because we can catch up to them, no problem.
That's fair.
Because our main ship can fly.
I mean,
Well,
you
that-
gotta remember, most of your crew are between levels 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The only ship that has a chance as a ship against this thing is the flying ship, and that is because you can potentially get it away from her.
Right.
It's the only thing that moves close to fast enough.
And is not exposed to having a keel in the water that will get ripped underneath.
So if we
So-
send them back.
You're the only one that can easily get to each ship.
Okay.
So,
Can you signal it with your magic flag?
You could just run the flag up that says, hey, head home.
right. But home for them is currently the pirate port,
Yes.
which is not where I'm wanting to send them.
Ah. You're
No.
wanting to send them to the
I want to
mainland.
send them to the mainland, our main base area.
Okay.
Is that a mainland or just a big island?
It's the biggest island.
It's the biggest island we know. So,
Yeah. I'll go.
Alright, so
Zip, zip,
you
zip, zip,
spend
it's going to take
like 5 minutes
Yeah.
zipping between the ships, ordering the vice captains to send Eos, Flopsy,
Eos is coming to do some dirty work.
Yes.
Flopsy is sent otherwhere, so he's not staring at the fairy's ass while he's supposed to be fighting.
okay, so he's sent home.
Yes.
I mean, that does sound more like a danger to him than anything else.
But when
Spectre?
you're attacking Flopsy, you're not attacking the dragon.
Spectra.
Spectra is staying or going?
He's also 6th level and would get eaten very quickly.
She's gonna stay.
Okay, Spectra is told to fly her happy hide over to the bad dragon.
Yep.
And the rest of the ship, from first mate on down, is told to take the ship and head back to the mainland. You show them on the map where they need to go. Cool. Who do you have piloting that other ship? What's that person's name?
I don't have that one written down because that's one of the ones that we just acquired.
Okay, so you didn't tell Sithis to manage that ship or
No.
anything like that. Cool. So you get over there, you let that captain know, hey, we're sending the regular ships back to the main base. Here's the location.
By the time they get there, their name should be cleared.
Here's all the stuff you need. Work with the other 2 ships. They have all the stuff to make sure y'all's records are cleared and paid for so that you can sign on as part of our merchantry group. Wait, speak to these people. They will get you set up with our flags and all that shit. Go. So, those 3 ships take off. You give them probably half hour or more to kind of get the hell away so that they are not easily visible on the horizon, though they are still visible if you use a spyglass. And we're waiting on Zach.
So what is our plan?
I think we're gonna bombard and draw her out with that.
Do you request any more of the explosive cannonballs?
Yeah, we'll take one of the crates from one of the other ships, but I
Okay.
think only one.
You
I
want
think
to
we'll
take
be-
the one off of your ship that
yeah.
way? It's just not even a
I
question.
have an idea. Instead of, and this is more Mackenzie's thinking than Joe's, instead
So
of
it's
having
Joe's.
to shoot the cannonballs at the same place over and over and over, much like trying to have a hammer hit the same bone over and over and over, why not douse a crate of exploding balls in dragon blood and fire that?
Doesn't that leave the potential for them to blow up in our ship?
If you were to put it on the island, paint it, and then shoot it from above, it's not going to blow up on your ship. It's going to blow up on the island.
I'm just gonna make a giant fucking hole.
And it will actually, as Mackenzie points out, make a very large crater, if not a hole, into that lighter.
That sounds like a actually
Mackenzie
Surprisingly
idea.
coherent idea.
Mackenzie came up with a really good idea, and it's kind of scary.
Okay.
Ferrex brought an extra crate of the exploding cannonballs back to your ship with Spectra. And Mackenzie went, hey, if we paint that with dragon's blood and sit it on the island and then shoot it from above and the whole thing detonates, won't that make a nice big hole?
Yes, it would. In fact, do that.
Mackenzie said this.
Surprisingly coherent idea about destruction.
It's one of Mackenzie's rare good ideas.
It's one of Mackenzie's terrifyingly good ideas. The DM did not consider this.
The only good ideas Mackenzie comes up with are terrifying, but they are rare nonetheless.
Okay. What's the range on your cannons?
From above, yes.
Yes.
From flatline, the range is pretty good.
200, 800.
Okay. So
All we would have to do is float above it and just drop it.
yes,
Yes.
but I have to be able to get away.
I mean,
What
float.
do you mean, get away? You paint it, you set it down, you fly back up to the ship, and then you fire.
Yes,
You don't have
but
to fire, you just
with the
drop.
ship, there is the potential that she will sense all of us with all of our magical ability.
Yes.
I have
So-
almost no magical ability.
I understand what you're
If
saying now.
I am the one that takes it down,
Says the wild magic barbarian, who has magical ability.
I have minuscule. I have uncontrolled, tiny amounts.
Actually, you have quite a massive amount to be a wild magic.
Yes.
It's
just you can't
uncontrolled
control it.
because you don't know how to control it.
Yes.
But not nearly what these guys have.
No. We have a lot of magic power.
You guys are beacons.
Yes.
I'm
You're a bonfire on a hilltop. They are
the beacons of
fire-
Gondor.
They are beacon fires on a hilltop.
Right, but my thought is, if you just drop me there, and I do that, and then I move over there somewhere, and they drop an exploding ball onto it, they don't have to shoot it, they just...
I mean, they could also just drop
Drop the crate.
a firebolt from the sky.
I don't have that, but I do have Eldritch Blast.
That
That would
potentially
still
do
do
it too.
It's force damage.
You need something to ignite it.
I have the little fire...
You could also just, depending on how much dragon's blood you're willing to sacrifice, make a trail from a...
And I have a fire
water skin.
damage thingy I can go whack and...
You just torchlight it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that works too.
you know,
Yeah, I have no spells that do fire damage.
I
At all.
do.
I do. I have a thing that does fire damage.
So, you have options. Finish stabilizing your plan. Devin seems to be having ideas churning really rapidly over here, so give a minute.
What if you just drop the barrel? Would it explode from the force of impact?
There is a possibility of explosion, but it is not a guaranteed explosion.
Yeah.
Whereas taking a crate of 10 of these and setting them down there with the dragon's blood poured on them could
The
create a
gelatinous
very
dragon's
big-
blood.
could create a very big explosion. Because the explosive balls do an additional 3d10
Fire damage.
explosive damage.
Okay, so AoE fire.
Yeah.
It's fire,
Fire and
force, and thunder.
So, enough to actually ignite the thing.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
You have an answer.
I have the spell animate objects. Now I know it says grows
Yes.
legs. Can I switch it to create wings so that it can fly itself down?
You can have it generate a form of motion.
Okay. So if I give it wings, it can fly itself down to the island.
Yes.
And then I don't have to go down with it.
Yes. It would not flap fly, it would glide,
That's fine.
but it can roughly aim itself, land where you're wanting it to. And if you're really feeling feisty, you can go from there. So
That works, and then that deploys our Moab. I mean, this is Moab Daisy Cutter level shit.
Yeah.
Without putting any of us down there.
Oh.
So we.
I mean, the upside of putting Mackenzie on the ground is right after it detonates, Mackenzie could dive into the hole and start the fight.
And scare the living shit out of it.
But on the other side of that, Mackenzie's in the way of your cannon fire.
Well, if she stays in... So, let's say you make a 20-foot wide hole.
Sure.
Or more.
30 foot wide?
Let's say a 30-foot wide hole.
Sure.
That actually penetrates into her lair.
Okay.
She can just go and stay back while the cannon fire comes in.
Mm-hmm. Whereas having a Mackenzie down there could potentially draw her out.
Right.
Or she
In
could
the name of
potentially...
Roberts.
Or she could potentially come out on her own because somebody had the audacity to blow a hole in her roof.
Mm-hmm. In the name of Roberts.
Now, mind you, as all of this is going on, Ferrix has this pouch that has obviously got something square in it.
Accidentally promoting your god.
You're just not doing it properly. According to her.
No, I've noticed the pouch.
Yeah.
I have a very high passive perception. I've noticed the pouch.
Yep.
I just haven't said anything about it.
Yep.
I shall
So,
I also
do
have
you
no way to
cast
determine
the-
that
so does
that
animate?
pouches.
No, thank you.
No, I'm okay.
I've got energy. Do you cast animate on this crate?
I mean, we'd probably wait until we're closer to do so.
Well, I'm saying at this point, y'all are at the,
Okay.
like, you can see the island. You're not up on it
And
yet.
I would have put the other three
The other
people that
three
we
ships.
saved, the three people that we saved,
I'm
on
assuming-
one of the other three
I'm
ships.
assuming
that
they
left.
got sent back.
Yes.
You weren't. I'm assuming you weren't going to
I'm
drag
not
them
that.
to fight it.
I'm not that much of an asshole.
These guys are. These
No,
guys
I am
are
an asshole.
obviously, while they're skilled sailors,
Yes,
they're
they're not
not
petrified. Yes. They are not.
willing to go into this
Yes.
fight. So I'm assuming that during all of this, the transfer of the thing was done with a longboat. I'm assuming
Probably.
you loaded them on there and sent them back with the other three ships.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they got loaded on your ship because that's where the longboat came from.
Sure.
So,
Works for me.
Cookies.
Awesome.
sure. This is just trash. Just move it out.
I'm stealing them from the bring because cookies.
Yeah. So
Ladies first. They appear to be chocolate chip and like a snickerdoodle peanut butter.
Thank you.
I think there's a little bit of
And it looks like cranberry or craisin.
it's craisin cranberry kind of thing, and I
Alright.
think a little bit of ginger snap, but
That
not
works.
super spicy.
I'm going to try.
Thank you, Joe.
everything.
Sure.
not a fan
Hi,
of
buddy.
cranberry. So
Hmm.
I'm not a fan of cranberry. It's just a personal thing.
I don't remember what they are.
Oh.
That's what they look like to me. They don't look like raisins. Yeah, they're craisins.
Anyway. So. We know the initial part of the plan. We don't have a second half of the plan.
Yeah.
The second half of the plan is improvise.
The second half of the plan is she comes out when we kill her.
The second half of the plan is bunny.
And then we loot.
Part A, blow a hole. Part B, bunny. Part C, loot.
Loot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not entirely wrong, but it's not the entirety of the plan. It's just the majority of it.
It's the majority of the plan that we have.
It's the whole 4-step plan. Step 1, blow a hole. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, kill the thing and loot. Step 4, profit.
Okay, so
Can I
At
write
this
it down
point-
on the thingy?
Damn.
at this point, you are hovering about 120 feet above the island.
Perfect.
How bad?
From what you were able to garner from the couple of rumors that the sailors knew,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere along the east side of the island, so the far side from you, there is a cave opening under the water into the island. It goes under for a ways and then turns up and opens up into a fairly large cavern underground that has some minor air holes to allow airflow back and forth between the cavern and the outside, but it's nothing big enough for a person to get into,
Okay.
and barely any light gets in.
Okay.
Small things like bats tend to get in there.
From this
Berries.
distance, if I use a spyglass, could I try to look for some of those air holes?
Sure, if you want.
Okay, so that'd be...
Wait, 12 die 6, right?
Would that be an investigation check at this point? Since I'm particularly looking for something? Okay.
12-6.
If I just jump down?
No.
Not yet. That is a total
There
of...
is chocolate at least. I was right.
That is a total
Yeah.
of 17.
They're just also craisins.
That's a
17 investigation to try and find some of the air holes roughly.
You see, you're not sure if it's smoke, steam, what,
Something.
but there is something venting
Okay.
from the ground.
So I'm going to turn to Ferrix. Aim the crate roughly there if you can.
Are you riding down with the crate?
Yes.
It's sticky.
I don't care.
It's gelatinous dragon blood at
Okay.
this point.
Buddy, my ankle
Covering
does not quite go
Explosive cannonballs.
like that. Yawning does not help
If
you.
it was serious, he would have explosive balls.
He does have explosive balls.
But,
Are you saying he's a quick shot?
no, I'm saying that he would literally have painted the balls with dragon blood if he was on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
But, in this case, she has no balls.
Anyway,
Anyways.
ride the crate down.
To the
as
best of my ability, avoiding the fucking blood.
Now, these crates
It's
are
icky.
usually about
Yeah.
about 3.5 feet wide.
Yeah.
And maybe like a foot or so.
Big enough that even Mackenzie might struggle to carry it just because it's awkward.
Right.
It's
bigger
awkward,
than she is.
It's heavy. There are the explosive cannonballs weigh 5 pounds apiece. The crate itself weighs another 45 pounds.
Okay.
You and Spectre had to each grab an end and lift to move it. It now has 12-foot wings on either side as it hops over the side of the ship and glides itself to Earth.
And thrusting Thumper in the air.
You land next to a very eggy smelling white smoky mist.
Ew! Sulfur.
Yes.
Okay.
With a hint of something sweet.
Yum.
Like, have you ever smelled rotten fruit? How it's kind of got a sweet scent to it?
Oh, okay.
Just before it goes acrid.
Yeah, just as it's like
Kinda-
transferring into that
Oh, now you get
fermented
up.
stage.
You know, right before she just starts pounding down on it and gets drunker and shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the scent. It lands, and it sits there.
I back away.
How far?
150 feet.
Cool.
So
You see her hop off and run to the shoreline.
she jumps off, moves, and dashes.
Pretty much. Jump off, dash. 145 feet.
Once I see her, get pretty far away,
It takes 6 seconds for her
Yeah.
to go that far.
yeah, she's fast. It's
Fast as fuck,
once
boy.
I see her exit the tree line, pretty much though, I just
Yeah.
start unloading. We unload the cannons. We're blasting down on this thing.
Okay. Roll to hit DC 15.
Okay, so
Your deck space, you should be able to do that.
yeah,
It's better than shooting Mackenzie at it. Which would be funny as shit, but...
okay, so
Did you hit a 15?
No, I rolled a nat 1.
Lucky
Roll
that.
to confirm.
Do you have lucky?
I do. I think I have
Roll
lucky,
to
actually.
confirm.
Hang on,
I'm
let me
pretty
double
sure
check
you
that I
have
have lucky.
Roll to confirm.
Let me double check that I have lucky.
I'm gonna need one of those when he hits me.
Hold on. I bruised it 6 months ago, and still feel pain every time I get up.
So something kicked your ass.
I do, in fact, have lucky.
Oh, my goodness. Come on, guys. Let me have my fun.
Nat 20!
Fucking kidding me. Roll to confirm.
Someone was excited that he rolled a nat.
Nat 20!
Are you kidding me?
No, I did! I really did! I double nat 20'd.
I hate you.
1 in 400.
So, give me a second. My pen apparently died.
I got a pencil for it if you want.
My pen is actually dead.
So I should probably stop using that die because I rolled a lot of ones with it. And just rolled
So,
low in
here's
general.
what happens. That is now garbage.
Whoosh.
You need to roll cannonball damage.
Yep.
Do you need extra dice?
They are 3d10 per cannonball.
They're 3d10 per cannonball for a normal cannonball.
Yes.
There's an additional 3d10 for explosive damage per cannonball. There is 11
60,
out of
10.
them.
60,
So-
60, 10.
I've got d10s. I can just multiply one set by 8 and the other by 11.
You know, I could just ask Alexa to do it.
And then I need
Don't do that. She's a bitch.
reflex save from a con save from you.
Yes! It's something I can do!
Because you're not dodging it, you're brute forcing your way through this.
That's my second lucky of the day.
So, 22 times
Fuck!
8.
13.
13?
Yep.
Hey, Devin, you want to open up your calculator for me?
Okay.
So, 22 times 8.
Okay.
And 23 times 11. Added together.
429.
429 damage to this island.
Dude,
So,
We don't leave a big old
me
hole.
a
We
favor.
fucking crater this thing.
technically,
hit enter
We are
and then
strip mining with
divide.
cannonballs.
I'm farther away than you are, so there's the potential that you actually hurt the ship.
What was your total? Divide that by 2.
I was 150 feet. Oh,
Yeah, and I'm 120
14.3.
feet, so I've got...
yeah!
What was your total? 13?
13.
So, you eat
What's the ship eat?
14 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
What's the
eat?
ship eating? Because I was technically closer.
The ship
I've got to roll for
needs
the
to
ship.
roll a con save
Yeah.
to eat a quarter damage.
I don't know what the stats are for that, for the ship.
Take that back up to whatever the total number was.
I don't know what the ship's con would be. I don't have
It's
that.
based on yours.
Oh, it's based on mine. Okay.
Yeah. Divide
So-
that by 4 for me.
6.
Total of 6?
I only have a +4 to con.
Cool.
You rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
So you're eating...
And the ship gets knocked sideways in
You're
the blast, in the air.
You're eating 400 and something damage with the ship, but it's halved because you're in the air and being pushed away.
So,
So instead of 4, it's multiply that back by
246?
Let's do that.
you're eating 215 damage.
Subtract 8 from that. For the hardness of the ship.
You just blew the ship in half.
No, the ship's fine.
How many hit points does it have per section?
This was a broad slap
Okay.
the whole thing of the pressure wave.
Yeah.
Interesting thing about pressure waves, and this applies during nuclear explosions.
Mm-hmm.
It's PSI, so the 6 PSI turns your body to dust inside because it's 6 PSI applied across your entire body.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of getting hit by 5.
Yeah.
Right. So
you're not dust, you're hurting.
The ship is not bloodied. Yet. Very, very close to it.
But, on the upside...
Those cannons, on the other hand, are fucked.
No, your cannons are they're damaged. Your rate of fire is halved.
I just turn to the other side.
Devin, do me a favor. Hit clear. 22 times 20 plus 154 minus the half damage, please.
Do you want the 206.5 or 207? Is it rounded up?
It was a 215.
215.
You were 8 less because of him.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
What's that total?
379.
Cool. Keep that number, hit minus, and we'll go from there.
Oh shit.
We
so
hurt the fucking dragon.
I scurry up.
You dropped its roof
on it.
on it.
So Mackenzie's insane weirdness was actually not a bad idea.
It normally wouldn't have done this much damage. He double crit the island.
I don't care, it worked.
This should not have gone this well.
Mackenzie is screaming in happiness all the way up there, slightly on fire.
He's singed.
Lightly singed, probably thrown in the water a little bit.
It's a wet singed.
So I get, boom, throw my hammer in the air.
Throw
Are
it.
you raging?
No, because I
the
won't do damage
explosion
this
has
turn.
happened.
I won't do damage this turn. But I am going to scream down at it.
Okay, you hit the edge. You two, from above, realize that Mackenzie's idea
Somehow worked.
worked way better than it should have. And you can see almost the entirety of the cavern.
Ooh, how much stuff is in it?
Sorry.
Probably buried.
You can't tell because of all the rubble.
It's okay, I can fix that later.
However, you can see the dragon as she bursts from underneath the rubble, pissed. Because her literal lair just got dropped on her fucking head.
She has a skyline.
No layer actions for you.
Oh no, she still has the lair. It's just very badly damaged.
Sucks for her.
Yeah.
She's not gonna live long enough to
Not to enjoy it.
Now,
enjoy a damage layer.
you have personal actions because she was not expecting the roof to hit her.
Surprise, bitch!
You can see her as her head pops forth. She is an 80-foot drop for you. Straight down.
That counts as a charge, right?
No, yeah. You're moving 80 feet! How would that not be a charge? And here's the thing. Fall damage counts.
Yes! So I scream at her.
Which is why I asked if you raged when you saw her.
Oh, if I see her, fuck yeah. I didn't know.
Roll your d8. Tell me what you got first.
Jesus. This could be very, very bad. I got a 3.
Remind me what it is.
I don't remember.
A
flump! The phantom flump!
Your d6 begins this round. Also, once you're done making your decision on what you're doing, I do need everybody to roll initiative.
I know what I'm doing.
I declare that the Great Spirit Roberts has declared that she must die. Yeah. And I am the instrument of its vengeance. And then I jump.
Yeah.
Where is my initiative?
So,
I'm going to use my advantage. I'm not using this die anymore. No, I rolled a 1 and a 4. No.
You don't want me to touch it?
No.
I might fix it,
No.
but I might.
But it might not one.
I did nat 1. That's why I used my advantage that I get once per short rest on
assuming-
initiative, and I rolled a 4.
You might still go before
Wait,
the dragon,
wait.
we'll see.
Fall damage does not screw up aspect of pride because it's attacks or magical effects.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna be using that. Every 10 feet of movement I do not use. I'm not using my movement to charge, right?
You're using 5 foot of movement to step off of the cliff.
Okay.
And
I can use that.
Swan dive onto this fucking thing.
When you take damage before the end of your next turn, if you attack the creature that dealt damage, she's the floor. Is she dealing damage to me?
No.
Okay, fuck.
However,
I mean, I'm dealing damage to me, right?
Yes. So, I have a question which will lead to my decision.
I have an answer.
Do I have anybody else on the ship that can actually pilot it?
Yes. Your crew, your first mate, your quartermaster, your helmsman, all of them know how
Okay.
to pilot.
That's
Okay.
You're just the primary.
Right.
They
Because
all
I don't
act
need
as
to
backups
sleep.
so that people can sleep.
Yeah, I just don't need to sleep.
Yes, everyone else does.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to hand off the reins to somebody else and swan dive off this fucking thing. Aiming for the dragon. I'm 120 feet in the fucking air.
That's how far we are in there.
You're 120 feet from the island.
Yes.
You're 200 feet from her.
That's fine.
She's 80 feet from Mackenzie.
Uh-huh. But
200 feet away. Thank
I
you for
have
that.
options.
So y'all are 200 feet above.
But I have
Mackenzie
options.
is 80 feet above.
I am going to say she's essentially pinned, giving me advantage, right?
She is... The easiest way to explain this, she is not pinned. However, she is struggling to get herself out from under everything.
So I'm going to use that. I'm going to hope I hit.
While not pinned, definitely restrained.
Okay, leadership I don't need. You're already dead. Don't. Sneak attack.
So, I'm going to start with Devin when Devin is ready, and I'm going to work my way around the table, then we are going into initiative.
Yep.
Okay. I'm actually
Okay.
going to start with Spectra real quick. She is going to... Sorry, Kenzie, you're not up here. Give Moat of Potential
2.
to... what's his spot
Grax.
before he jumps off?
Grax, as he is running towards the edge to
Grax,
swan dive.
sprinting by, feels a tiny hand brush his face, and knows his chances just got better.
So,
Goes around it.
you have an inspiration.
Perfect.
It's a D10. And
Okay, I'll
it
set that off to the side.
also, depending on what you use it for, does different things.
Yes.
So, we can go through that when you use it.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
I can technically... Should I... Can I use
as well as
more
take
than
yourself
one
in mind.
giant strike at a time? Because they are different feats. I'm going to put all fucking in for this.
If you can.
I will say, roll me a d20, and I will counter roll.
Okay. Roll the 13.
I thought it was 19 from here.
And I have 200.
Take a 19?
The light was weird.
Yeah. But I'll be honest.
I mean, you could use your inspiration that you got to re-roll it if you want to try and roll higher. I'll let you take the higher roll.
Yeah.
But you strike
Well-
off one of your inspirations for the day. I think
think
I
I-
have 3.
Yeah. Nope. 13 is my best.
Okay.
Unless I'm adding anything to it.
Nope, it's just dice roll. Yes, you can add all of them together once.
Fair enough. That's all that matters. Okay.
What is-
Once per attack or once per day?
Once.
No, see,
Once.
the thing is,
It will work
is a
once this
one-off.
campaign.
it's a rule of cool because
It's a
I'm
rule of
dropping
cool.
I'm dropping 80 feet onto the head of a dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Ferrix's turn.
yes. Spectre gave it to herself and Ferrix as well.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So,
I'm starting here, working my way
Okay.
around,
Yes.
and then we're going into initiative.
okay.
This is our surprise round.
Then we're
Right.
gonna
Or
both of
the surprise
us are
round
gonna
after the surprise
50
round.
feet down. Or
She was
she
not.
goes 30, I go
She was
50.
not expecting to have her
And
roof
at my
cave in
50
on her.
feet down,
I was kind of hoping.
I'm gonna hit her with Phantasmal Plunge.
Damn, I was hoping to be the first
Um,
contractor.
And it's gonna hit
I can't
her
call-
at a
I can't do dids
level.
because of you.
So give me a second, let me pull up the...
I was hoping to be the first one down.
What kind of save is
Damn it!
Because I
Let
know
me-
it's a save.
Let me look.
I think it's wisdom. It might be con.
It's okay, because I'm going to get there before you anyway.
And therefore, I don't matter.
What? No.
Well, if he's going to get there before me, and you're going to get there before me, and she's already
It's
taken
not
300
getting-
damage.
It's not getting before. Y'all are all hitting at the same time.
Got it.
This isn't all at once. It's just we're doing things in a particular
I just
order.
have to. I can only
Got it,
handle
'cause
one person at a time.
I was like, wait a sec.
I
if
am not
they're
a
jumping
supercomputer.
first,
I can't. I'm not a supercomputer. I can't read all three of you at once and take care of everything else. I have to do it one person at a time.
That's fine.
But in reality, the action is all happening, as in the thing blew up and all of you went
At the same time.
You are technically the closest. The magic is only going to beat you by like half a second
Okay.
because of air resistance from time.
Right.
Air resistance
I'm
doesn't
Halo
matter.
jumping onto this fucker,
To
but
the
it,
bunny, it does.
I'm
But
in
to
the
me it
wrong
doesn't.
binder. That's why I'm having issues. I was
the
looking
fur.
for my damn
it's the fur, right?
placeholders.
Huh?
It's the fur,
Yeah, it's
right?
the fur. It's totally good.
Goblins.
First of all, I'm a dragon. I have enough shit
No,
to be
all
a
of you
dragon.
are goblins. You are a goblin dragon, maybe.
Okay, here it is. So
taking
it
the
is
last one.
a intelligence saving throw.
Oh gods. Is that one of their? That is not one of their things. That is a 16.
Fails.
So it takes the plunge and takes how much damage?
Sneak attack.
Hold on, I need to get d10s.
So remember, you are tracking my number for me because I don't have enough calculator space and read space on my phone.
Yeah.
Actually, no. First legendary save. Fuck you, I take half.
Boo.
Don't worry, I'll eat up all her fucking saves because I've got like 6 or 7 different things that require saves.
Okay, so then you don't take any of the extra.
Yeah, I don't take the extra stuff, I just take half damage. I forgot that was a thing. I'm so glad I read that just now.
Because if there's legendary saves, I have like 6 or 7 saves that you're about to do.
Yeah. I don't know that as a character.
I don't know, blinded, and DM knows all of them.
DM is aware, monster is not. This is the first thing hitting, even though it's all hitting at once.
So 21
21 damage?
psychic damage. I'm just saying the balance of
Okay.
Jesus.
That ends your turn, correct?
That was halved. Yes.
No, I mean,
Okay.
Jesus, it's taking 400 damage.
Oh, yeah. It's taken a lot. Poor thing.
Zach, what are you doing in your dive?
I cast Arcane Gate.
Where?
One just below me, one just above the dragon.
Okay.
So, no fall damage.
Okay. No fall damage.
Stab.
Okay, roll to hit.
At least we're all hitting at the same time.
But there is a point at which none of my planning matters because if he does another 150, 200 points of damage, Dragon's dead.
That
so I'm
is
hitting
a
the corpse.
nice-
No. That 370 is what's left.
Okay.
I'm going to use my lucky. Second lucky.
Okay. Now let's get third lucky.
No, this is my second.
This is your third.
He did a lucky earlier.
I've done
did
2
lucky.
luckies so far.
He's only done one. This is the second. Yeah.
That is an 18 plus 16 to hit.
34.
Yes, that hits.
So,
I had to read the AC on that sucker.
but it is not considered a crit. So,
Yep.
I don't deal the extra damage.
This is the dagger, isn't it?
This is the dagger,
Okay.
but my d6s do not go up for the elemental damage. Is what I'm saying.
It is still technically under surprise round, which means you have advantage.
Okay, I'll
Because the roof dropped on it, it's pulling itself out, you're landing on it and stabbing
So-
it. It doesn't know you're there yet.
Yeah, that's one worse. So it doesn't matter.
I'm
this case.
just being fair by the
Can I
rules.
use the D10 for damage?
I don't.
The D10 inspiration?
I don't think so. I mean,
Because if I can, I will. If not, then whatever.
I need to like streamline my shit.
Yeah.
No. You can.
No? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I can?
Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. Immediately after the creature rolls the bardic inspiration die to add it to an attack roll against a target, the moat thunderously shatters. The target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a con saving throw against your spell save DC or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die.
Ooh, that's actually a really good roll.
Then I'm assuming you're using it.
Yeah, I'm using it. My
I
spell
rolled a
save
3, and
DC.
it's a what kind of save?
Con save, you said?
Yeah.
Against my spell save, which is
17.
19. Mine is 19, so it fails.
So it's eating thunder damage too.
Yes.
I'm gonna be most of my abilities I think are like con saves.
Yeah, con is its strong save.
Ooh.
Well, I figured as much as a dragon.
Yeah, that is its strong suit. However, it's not. It's saved against you, so I'm not giving it a save against him with the legendary. I'm making it wait to next turn, which means all of your saves are just rolling.
Right. I'm hoping that strength and it's not all strength and con for me.
It is all strength and con on this critter.
I understand that. I'm hoping that on my sheets it's not strength and con.
Okay.
As soon as we get within range, you will get a mote of inspiration that she can give out.
So, it is going to eat
You're just not within range yet.
21 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That is magical.
Right, sorry, what, 21?
21 points of slashing damage.
You guys are fond of 21s.
21.
You'll have to tell me if any of those guys reduced.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I think she's like poison effects.
Poison is immune, and that is it.
5 points of lightning damage. 1 point of fire damage. And it is now considered burning.
Okay.
So at the start of its turn, it takes an additional d6 of fire damage until it puts it out.
Okay.
I'll save my burning function for later.
You already planned it. It's already in
Okay,
the works.
fair enough.
1 point of cold damage.
Does that?
Cancel each other? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
They
not
do
stack.
Unfortunately, his dagger does these effects like a star pattern.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like running in different directions, so they don't hit each other.
Yeah.
Nice. My gun's going to be able to do that kind of stuff here soon.
15.
Because I have commissioned knives that we're going to go back and get.
I need to go
20,
find another class.
32,
Why? Why do you need more?
I'll take,
37
Blood
points
Hunter and
of
be
sneak
able to
attack.
advance my melee worse.
I might be able to help you with that.
19 points of force damage. 9 points of thunder damage, and it has to make a con save. Otherwise, it takes exhaustion levels.
Oh, fuck.
And the DC for that is...
23.
It saves.
Oh. Because that would give it negatives to dex and con saves,
I
wouldn't
would
it?
give it negatives to strength, dex, con,
Yeah.
anything physical. So it would be I roll
Yeah.
twice, take no roll.
Disadvantage.
If it doesn't save, it takes a D4 of exhaustion
Oh,
levels.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's at level 1. Level 2, it's a negative to the roll.
Yeah.
Level 3, it's
No, level 1 is it moves at half speed. Level 2, it has disadvantage on ability checks. Level 3, it has disadvantage on saves.
yep. And level 4.
Level 4, it can't take reactions and it cannot move.
And I want to say it's level
Level
6 is
5,
dex.
level 5, it dies.
I thought it was 6.
No, 5e change it to 5 unless you take a feat.
Yep.
Okay, so you're You're
So-
going down.
That is my turn.
Yeah.
Because that was my action and my bonus action.
You did about 100 points.
I would step! Surprise, bitch!
Okay. I had to use my last lucky point.
Oof. You might want to roll different dice.
I did! That's 4 different
Oh,
dice!
shit. You want to try one of my new deck sets?
No, I'm good.
Okay. They don't have any sort of mojo on them yet.
Right.
What do you mean? They were intended for you. from
Wait,
the start.
I have advantage to
Well,
hit
yeah,
the bitch
but-
too, right?
Yes, you do.
It's not aware you're there,
I mean, it's aware,
and
but
you're literally hitting it
all at once.
all at
What
once.
about
so,
30? Does that hit it?
Yes.
Awesome.
And you're hitting it at the same moment that Grax is. So Grax landed on one point, you landed on another point, and both of you are stabbing and thumping this bitch at the same
Okay,
time as
so-
a spell is hitting it.
A shit ton of magical effects are going off.
All at once.
How many am I rolling?
I'll figure that out. Let me do the actual shit first. I'm pretty much gonna go through every.
I'm just gonna make my first 3 rolls now.
Right. So, I did
2
not.
saves.
I almost critted. Let's see here.
I'm just gonna
It's
run it in
first of
reverse
all,
order.
it is upside dark die 4s, not die 8s. 3,
We might kill it before I
Four.
get the turn.
Nah, it'll-
15 points of damage from that, from just the maul.
Yep.
15 points of damage plus 3 dice 6 thunder.
Yeah.
It's another 8. Plus it's gonna take damage. As a bonus action, a flump appears next to its asshole.
Okay, it's Cloaca has a lump touching it.
Right.
It immediately explodes, pretty much.
I don't
As a
think that's
reaction
the
on
one-
taking
That's-
damage, I can
At the end of
brace
his turn.
myself.
Yep.
Nah, fuck that. Take damage from a creature. No. Great Weapon Master.
Lets you reroll any ones on damage.
No.
No?
When I do melee attack with a heavy weapon that I'm proficient with, I can take -5 to do +10.
Ah,
So another 10 damage. I counted for the -5.
I need to start doing that.
Yeah. Polearm is the reroll.
no, there's one for heavy weapons.
Yeah, Polearm is just still all heavy weapons. It's two-handed,
Same
it's
bonus
whatever it requires.
action. Okay, so I do another die 8 for, moving 20 feet.
Yeah, 80 feet, yes. Which you need to roll 8d6 of fall damage.
I will. So that does 8 damage. The charge, assuming that I'm doing large or smaller creatures.
This
so
is a much.
this is
larger-
not large or smaller.
Yeah, this is much bigger. This is a.
This is gargantuan.
Yeah.
And then this is basically me just running through my sheets. Because I'm literally putting everything I have into this.
Yep.
Every roll initiative. Lucky, done that. I haven't taken damage from an attack.
Nope.
Did you do your pride?
I haven't
D6?
done that. I'm not on that page yet.
Okay.
You learn the spell.
Ooh, I know I
Assassinate.
Yes.
I didn't write that one down. What's the assassinate?
It gives you d6s.
Hold on, I've got it.
Once per turn, you can deal damage plus proficiency. A number of d6 is equal to your proficiency to one creature.
Gods.
20 damage.
That also lets you take an additional -5 to add an extra +10 if you wanted.
I don't want to take an additional -5. That wouldn't hit it.
I could have, but I didn't.
Target
And if he had said he took the initial 5, I could take all of this damage back.
Yep.
Because it would put him below the AC.
Right. Can't do that. Okay. It needs to make a con save.
Okay, the first con save is a 20. Nope, a 30.
It makes it. So it does not get disadvantage on its attack rolls.
Okay.
But it still takes 2 damage. 8 plus... another one for fire damage, another proficiency.
Another con save?
Yes.
That one is also at 33.
Okay, so on a failed save... On a successful save, half the damage of d8 plus 5, so it takes 3.
What's the
I
next
didn't
save?
have that on. Oh, too late now.
Soul of the Storm
I
Giant.
can add it for the next thing. I just have to change it on my sheet right now.
Or is
Lost
active, I
balance.
have resist lightning and thunder. In addition, attack rolls against me. So, Soul of the Storm Giant, so when its turn kicks in,
What's the save?
it would be a strength save.
Strength save is a 13.
It's, let's see here.
What's your DC?
A 13?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no.
I don't know what your
My
DC
strength is, so 17, 22, I think?
Holy shit.
Or is it my con?
What's your DC? DC
8
is on
plus
your main
proficiency
page.
plus con. So that would be 7, 15, 20.
Okay, yeah. 13 does not beat that.
I was... Some of them are based on con or strength.
Yep, I'm aware.
So... on a failed save, its speed is halved until the start of its next turn.
Fuck.
And
Okay.
it's... Okay.
I didn't add on those d6s either. Oh well.
Squat nimbleness. I gain advantage on whatever aspect of envy. It hasn't hit me yet because it's not going to very much. As long as you remain unharmed, I add a die 6. 4 damage.
What's the save on this one?
That's just as long as I remain unharmed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just damage. Here you go.
Wait, how much
When-
damage? I'm sorry.
4.
You may and sneak attack is die 6 number of proficiencies, right?
Yep.
Yep, for assassinate. And then
15 more.
are you done with those rolls? Is there any more saves I need to make?
Not that I'm aware of.
8d6, please.
Hold on a sec. These are... This has done its thing. I have not taken damage in combat. Oh, number of rolls per 10 feet that I haven't used. So 5. D6. Another 12 damage. Oh, that's die 6 to attack rolls. As a reaction, I impose disadvantage on all creatures for concentration, so it's not something I'm worried about. And I think that's it.
8d6.
8d6, yes.
You did 97 damage.
Nope, we're not done.
There's still more.
There is a
This 8d6 goes to it as well.
Oh.
this but now if I have an ability that lowers
Minus. Parenthesis.
You're also raging, so you take half.
Minus.
Because the
Whatever.
bludgeoning
Oh, fuck
from
yeah.
falling.
Okay, I have, as a reaction to taking damage, I can weather the blow and any additional blows until the start of my next turn. Until the start of my next turn. I gain advantage on strength and con, and -5 to all damage. So,
Roll the 8d6.
I'm going to take half of that plus -5. It's 5, 8, 12, 15, 20, 25, 29. And I
29.
take half, so that's 14.
Minus 5.
No, I'm not gonna use that ability.
Okay, so you're not. So you're taking 14. You're hit the button.
You did more than 100.
Thank you.
Now, one of your abilities you said halves their movement.
Yep.
Well.
Oh, I still have another attack.
Oh shit. No, this is a surprise.
Yep, you only get one attack per
Okay.
surprise.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't get
I
all of
need
my attacks.
initiatives.
32.
I rolled low, 24.
I rolled really high.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 19.
28, and when I roll initiative...
No! I want to go first.
Wait, you got to go first, didn't you?
No, this is initiative. This is the start.
Right. But when I roll initiative, I do something to them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want you to roll higher than me, because I rolled well for once on fucking initiative, and I want to go first!
Cheers.
You're going first!
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
It's you, Joe, Zach, me.
Yes!
Yeah.
Good. It's gonna look real ugly in a second.
Let him finish what he's telling me, and then I'm going to tell y'all something.
It was the Maelstrom.
Initiative what?
Whenever I roll initiative, I choose a number of creatures equal to my proficiency bonus. Those creatures need to make a wisdom save or be frightened.
15.
No.
Fuck.
I mean, to be fair, a hairball falling out of the sky doing 100 plus points of damage is scary.
Okay.
Now it's her turn.
Because y'all collapsed the ceiling on this thing, its movement speed was halved because it's in rough terrain and digging itself out. Then you halved it again, so it went from 40 walking speed to fucking 10. Which means it can pull itself from under the rubble this turn.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And that's its turn, pretty much.
My turn?
Pretty much. Yes, it is your turn.
You guys go for
Good.
it.
I don't
What
know
are you
what to
doing
swing. Y'all can kill it now.
Oh, shit.
You go before I do.
Hold on, actually. Okay, I need to see what this does first.
I love the fact that she's going to cast a spell, and if it's devastating enough spell, legendary save.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. It's okay, I'm still gonna do it.
You can hold your action till I do something annoying, but
I have more than one left.
I don't think it has enough health.
doesn't it?
There's a slim chance at this point that I survive
But
a
doesn't
round.
legendary save, doesn't that refresh at the end of every round?
No.
No.
They are per combat.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
3 per combat?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're thinking legendary actions.
There's, yes, legendary actions I can do per round.
Right, the legendary screwed me up.
Yeah, it has so many
Legendary
legendary
saves is
actions.
per combat. Layer actions is per combat.
Yeah, but legendary actions is so many can be used per turn at the end of an opponent's turn, and they refresh on the creature's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna move down again.
Okay.
So I'm only 100 feet away from it.
Are you sure you're 100 feet from it?
Thought I was.
Yeah. You,
The airship was
100. You move 50-50.
Yeah.
You're 100 feet from it.
Okay, so I am going to.
Thankfully, only one of you used your little burst thing on me so far.
Burst thing?
What burst thing? That was a spell.
Spectra put a thing on you,
Oh, yeah.
and herself that does an extra D10. And the only one that's used it is him.
Yeah. Which was nice.
Oh, one more D6, sir. No one has taken their turn yet.
5.
Subtract that. The flump detonating this asshole.
Yeah.
Woo!
Maybe she's
The
into
sad
that
part-
shit.
The sad part, you managed to summon the flump only because there's a crack that you could see through to see underneath its tail
Fair enough.
as you fell.
Otherwise, I'd have had to guess.
You may choose a number of creatures.
We're gonna do another
Okay, so-
phantasmal plunge on it because I need to get closer for that
Okay,
one.
so that one doesn't
Legendary,
exist.
fuck off, no.
Still take half damage.
When you take damage from an attack, you may use your.
1, 2,
That's 2 uses of it.
3.
I need to be able to take an action this turn.
I don't think so. I don't think that's necessary.
Especially since I just forgot to add some damage. That's on me.
Okay,
It
so
still has
that all you got?
triple digit health
Mm-hmm.
for now.
it's got what?
Still has triple digit health for
Oh
now.
god, they said single digit. I'm like,
No,
We did that much? Huh.
oh wait,
y'all-
it also takes 4 damage just from rage.
You forgot to add your rage of all
Oh,
things.
The
Four of
problem is I can't deny him because she hasn't taken her turn yet.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Devin.
You're welcome. Would my attack count as a sneak attack? Or
No. It is aware of you all now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The,
like they're
the
right
only
there.
one who can get sneak attack at this point is me.
Okay.
No, as long as you all have advantage, sneak attack will trigger. She does not have advantage at the moment.
Right. But I'm the only one that can reliably get it because I don't need advantage.
I'm gonna silvery barbs that.
It's a legendary.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't.
Silvery Barbs
Damn
doesn't
it.
care about it.
It does
Or,
not care.
Legendary action doesn't care.
Damn it.
Legendary is a fuck off because the
Now,
DM
if
needs
you
it.
legendary action, it doesn't work, but you can still provide advantage to someone.
Yes.
You're basically just handing an advantage to somebody.
Go for it.
Cool.
Um.
Because that's a 2-part spell.
Okay. So,
Which means you can now use your assassinate.
And Rogue Initiate.
Yes. You can now use those because you have advantage. Otherwise, you can't use them because you're not a rogue.
I'm still thinking taking Blood Hunter that way and just like cut my hand open and do more melee combat.
Blood
Here's the
Hunter's fucking
thing.
weird.
Blood Hunter doesn't require you to cut your hand open. You can cut a fingertip.
Yeah.
You need a drop of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a problem though. I can't use my main weapon to cut my hand open, or my fingertip open, or any of that shit open.
You're a rabbit. Your teeth are sharp enough to tear
Yeah.
flesh.
You can
Oh,
just
I
bite-
understand. I understand how sharp teeth rabbits can be.
You can just bite your lip and it
But,
still
like,
applies to
the
your
dramatic-
So, down to 22 since you
I'd be
got
like,
legendary save.
Cool.
You can smash your
Does that
toe.
end your turn? Does that end yours and Spectra's turn?
I've just customized a little thing at the end. A little
No,
That
blade-
is-
a blade at the end.
Just flex hard enough, you pop a blood vessel.
I mean, you're raging. It's possible you could just pop a blood vessel.
Or just bite my hand.
Yeah.
Okay, that is gonna end Ferrix. And where did
Sir Eos is looking down that hole.
I'm just grateful the rest of you aren't bringing your other little shits into it yet.
Sir Eos is looking down there going,
Sith is flying the ship.
Hence, yet.
Like,
Because your turn means Eos can do something like
jump down
cast
a
a
hole.
spell, jump down a hole.
It's
That
what,
is a
200 feet from that ship?
That is a 200-foot fall for him.
Or 200-foot range for him.
I need to see this spell real quick.
Synthis can lean the ship to fire.
Yes. That's his turn.
I'm assuming a preservation of momentum is a thing.
What do you mean preservation of momentum?
If I jump and then teleport,
Yes, that. But you only have the momentum that you had fallen when you teleport.
Yeah. That's why I
right,
didn't
but
take
if I
any.
teleport down and I'm about to hit the ground and I teleport up,
You would gain the additional 30 feet.
the extra 25 feet of momentum or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I didn't take any, because I cast Arcane
Yeah, I got
immediately, so
Misty
I feel
Step.
the equivalent of like 5 feet.
Yes.
I have Misty Step. That's my thing.
Yes.
That was
So
all.
if you use Misty Step to gain an additional 30 feet, which is the distance of it,
He's not stupid enough to do that.
however, you could also use it to delete 30 feet of movement.
But at some point, terminal velocity and no. He may be an honorable warrior. He's also not stupid.
However, he could also use Misty Step to gain 30 feet of height and drop a spear.
Yeah.
Kane the Dragoon. Except he
Which
doesn't
is
have a spear.
what I thought you were planning.
Which he doesn't have.
Okay,
That's not a.
so
He doesn't
What is
have a
Spectre
spear.
doing to me?
Spectra is
Assuming-
actually
I'm assuming 30 feet of movement.
yes,
I'm
30.
gonna look up a
She's
spell I haven't used in a long time.
she's not actually within range because she's still 120 feet up, so she's gonna wait till next turn to do something.
Okay, so
But,
she's
so she's just moving.
moving. You could double move.
Could. I'll do that. I mean, I still can't do
I'll
anything.
wait
So
till
you
next
are
turn
now
in case.
90 feet.
Yeah, but I still can't do anything
Yeah.
since that's your action.
That takes it to Joe.
Yes.
Okay, I have advantage.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I have advantage twice. I can't. Don't worry about this because I realize I have advantage from reckless chart.
Do you
Actually,
always have advantage?
wait a sec.
I do not, but
No,
you don't
this
have to
turn
take reckless.
I don't have to give myself advantage, which means it doesn't get advantage on attacks against me.
Exactly.
So I just get advantage
Okay.
from her and choose not to take it from me.
But I can give myself advantage.
Okay. Well, if he was gonna, I'd pass it either. If you didn't do it, then I'd give it to him.
No, I was going to give myself advantage.
Fuck. 27?
Hits.
Cool. I rolled a 1 and a 6, no, 1 and a 11. Fuck no. Okay. We're going through the thing again. The fucking... Five.
Breathe, Eric. Breathe.
16.
Wait, are these different totals or are these
No,
part of the same?
this is just the weapon. Total is 20, and then I'm going to do 3 dice. So 20, that's the physical weapon hitting it.
Okay.
That's none of the elements. That's none of the... It's not the flump of
Another-
its asshole.
Another 10. No, this flump is going for the other woohoo spot.
It's a dragon. It's got a cloaca.
So it's only got the one.
Oh, okay, well, eyeball.
Other end of the
You
dragon.
want to destroy precious parts of the dragon that we could take for...
But we don't know what functions and magical art capacities the dragon cloaca has.
I might. I'd have to roll for it, though. I'd have to roll for it.
Roll it.
Technically, could I roll that too?
Yes.
That would be an Arcana check, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 15 total.
Hold
Nothing
on.
you know of.
Nothing I know of.
25.
Nothing you
Damn
know of.
it.
Okay,
Other than
cloaca it
it's
is.
just it's dragon, which all of it is vitality, so
Yeah.
it helps with health.
So
A dragon mass.
fucking it gives you better health?
No,
It
that's
gives
still
you
killing
it gives you more
Yes,
sexual
technically
stamina.
because of the fluids.
So sexual
you'd
stamina comes
you'd
from
probably
getting an
die.
ass fucking.
Yeah, but you'd probably die from getting crushed.
However, you
Death by
get
snoo-snoo.
all of the damage of it sitting down on you.
Death by snoo snoo.
Or if it's
What if-
just bending down and lifts its tail for you.
No.
Yeah. What if you doggy fuck it?
Is it a dragon
And
fuck
it
it?
still hits you, and you're taking all of the damage.
I have 300 hit points. Just give me a strap on.
Mackenzie, finish your turn.
Okay, so we've done the physical shit. When I take it, I can make an additional time. Okay, I did not do that. I did not charging this time because I can't. I have not been.
Standing.
So it gets another die 6. It's still 2 attack rolls. Let's see here. Disadvantage on. Fuck that. We don't need that. Aspect of sloth. I haven't moved at all. So that's better. Fuck. 23 from aspect of sloth.
Is there a save for that?
No.
Okay.
It's just I didn't move, so it takes damage.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
I'm going to hit it with.
It's
Strike
we
of the
can use it so
Giants,
many times per day,
Which,
equal to proficiency bonus.
I can't actually golf ball this thing, can I?
I
No,
mean, you can swing like you're golfing, sure.
But I mean, I can't like move it 10 feet.
no, it's a little too big for that.
What
You
what
can
is
move
the?
its head.
Here's the thing. What is it? It should specify a size control
No.
on that. No.
If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength save.
Then yeah, I have to roll safe.
Yeah, you're hitting it with the force of a giant.
Critical fail. It moves. Roll in acrobatics. Roll in acrobatics.
That's something I'm good at. Cool. 26.
You don't fall off. You rodeo this bitch as it gets flipped
Kinky.
and is now unstuck from the rubble.
23.
You rodeo, stay on,
But it's now prone.
but it's now free of the rubble.
But
okay.
prone still.
It's okay, I have a.
It took another 6 force damage from that.
Okay.
Anything from being thrown?
No.
Okay.
We're
that's-
inside its lair. It's going to be big enough to fit.
No, I
this
meant
thing.
like from the projection. It needs to make a dex save.
Doesn't it automatically fail because it's on its back?
It's not on its back.
It's prone.
It was prone to start with.
Okay, but this is a different thing altogether.
Silvery barbs. You get another advantage.
Boot.
Okay, and it was a what save? Dex?
Dex.
Hey, buddy.
Dirty 20.
Damn.
Is it meet or beat?
It's meet and beat.
Yeah.
So.
So if it meets.
If
It
me-
meets,
if
it
met,
succeeds.
It saves.
Damn.
So it's not going to be blind.
I tried.
Hey, no, totally. And I still I have advantage,
Oh,
so
so
that's.
No, stay.
Yeah, he tried to forcibly roll my ankle earlier.
Because he was rolling into you. Yeah, he does that to me. all the time. That's
So
why you see
another
me sitting with my
13
legs
damage.
stretched out like this.
Another how much?
13 damage. Another 3 damage.
Did you do your pride? Your
Yeah.
aspect of pride?
And oh, my assassinate.
And layer actions can be done on the end of your turns, correct? Am I remembering that correctly?
No, layer actions can
It's
only be done on the
legendary.
creature's turn.
Legendary
Legendary
is-
actions can be done at the end of a player turn.
Cool.
So-
I have 2 options of things I can do. I just need to know which one
Yeah.
I'm using.
18.
Yeah. Layer actions are done on the creature's turn, but they don't
Oh, I
require
have
the creature's
advantage on
action to do
acrobatics.
it.
Oh, to
But it
avoid
can only take
grapple.
one layer action a turn.
Okay.
And no number of times a bonus action.
I'm just showing you.
Yeah, I'm aware. I knew this was going to happen. That's why I was asking this question.
And did you get the 18?
Was there anything else besides the after the 18?
Um,
Because if there was,
as a bonus action, I get magical wind.
Don't forget your flump.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I think I already rolled it.
If you've already rolled it, that's
Just
fine.
for
Don't
the
forget.
sake of actually no, it wouldn't. I have to. It appears and then I launch the fucker 10 feet and has a 5-foot explosion radius.
Yes.
So it was like 3 damage that it's not going to get hit by. But don't worry, it'll get hit by this.
All right, Splooty boy, I'm not playing.
Make a con save.
con save.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
and I don't have another reaction for that.
That's fine. I have another attack too, so
I'm having to literally wait for the end of their turn to do something.
Yep.
That could possibly save this encounter for me. We'll see.
oh fuck.
Jackson is
29. So that hits. I thought I had a 19, which would have been a crit.
Jackson is being adorable and army low crawling at me, trying to get me to play fight with him.
5, 16, so 16, another 20. I'm just gonna do advantage from the beefy thing. Ooh. Another 22. Assassinate.
It's okay, I'm gonna crit this fucker.
Isn't assassinate once a turn?
Assassinate is once a turn for anybody that is not me.
Oh, okay.
So
Then
So
I
that
will.
goes away. That 22 goes away.
No, that 22 is.
That was
sneak
before
attack,
the assassinate.
Oh,
because I have advantage again.
bitch.
And then the other one is. I'm blowing through my strike of the giants, but I don't care.
You really shouldn't care. You really shouldn't care.
Hornbreaker doesn't matter.
Yeah, because Hordebreaker doesn't work on a single creature.
I have not been harmed by it, so it takes another 5. That's
When this is done, I need you to
roll
hit enter and
concentration
plus.
checks.
I figured that's what it was going to be.
What happens next will decide whether or not this is done.
Oh.
Also, Jackson is asking somebody for attention. Well, now he's just snuffling.
Yeah, so
Are you done?
no. I'm going to. It's at the end of my turn that the flump does its thing, right?
Yes.
So it needs to make another. Oh shit! Yeah, strength save.
Legendary fuck off.
That succeeds.
I was just gonna knock it back where it was.
You already did that this turn. Leave it alone. Stop playing.
It's once per turn. You're right. So we're good. That doesn't affect any of my other attacks. I was getting around to this.
Is that the end of it? Are you done doing damage to me?
Yes.
Enter
Plus your flump.
No, the flump I'm out of range because I
Oh,
knocked
the
the thing
flump.
10 feet.
The flump just explodes out in the middle of nothing. Some rubble moves away.
No, it can move up to 30 feet.
No, the
It
flump just
The flump
boom,
doesn't move.
It,
when
it appears, boom. It's
Yeah.
a phantasmal flump.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I need you and you, because you're the only two in range. Y'all are just outside of it, you little shits. To roll con saves.
Legendary save.
Don't you have a legendary
I
save?
do, in fact, but I'm going to wait.
I have no idea if I do or not. I'm fucking.
Roll the damn save.
That was
You're not a demigod yet.
No, but what is this for? Because I might have something that just says I resist it.
It is a life drain.
Okay. So I don't have anything for that.
Yeah, this is it going. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yank!
Legendary resist, I succeed.
24?
Do you need extra die?
No.
I have lots of
Did it
extra
just
die.
totally not work?
No, it worked.
It's
Just
for
to a
half.
lesser degree than what he wanted it to.
I needed it to work better than it did.
Because it might not survive.
Hey, I only have 7 uses of
Question.
this thing, okay?
What scores does it have that are better than mine, so I can reduce it one of them by 1 die 4?
It has 27 strength, 25 con, 20 int, 19 charisma, 17 wisdom, 12 dex.
Hold on a second. I think I'm going to drop its int.
I'm going to drop
sorry,
its
it's
strength. Because I have the same thing.
No, dude. Hit the con. Drops hit points.
Oh, you're right. Well, hold on. What was this con?
Add 40. Add
3.
22. Subtract whatever they...
7 total constitution.
Dropped.
7 con.
7 con. Dropped.
So that drops it...
By 3 or 4, depending on whether it had an even or odd number. High five.
4.
We just...
Yeah.
Aspect divinity. Fuck it.
Yep.
8.
I have that as well.
Okay. Enter. What is the number? Didn't fucking matter.
It dead?
-7, you little shits.
Oh,
Yes!
we did it!
Just
Fucking
because of
hit
that.
me!
Now, Joe, do you want to know how low you took it before it did its little thing?
Sure.
-61.
Oh, Jesus. I brought it to -61.
It did its
Life drain.
It did its life drain last gasp to try and steal health from you two.
And we said no, fuck you.
You said no, fuck me. It still does a little bit, but it wasn't enough.
Just
And then
barely wasn't
Then
enough.
we killed its constitution.
Yep, because it dealt damage to us.
Yeah, you got it up to 1 HP before they took it back down again.
Then before we lowered its max HP and then conned it.
You shits.
It's okay. You want to know what I was going to do? Hexblade's Curse, which would have made me crit on an 18 to 20. Then I was going to True Strike. Then I was going to Action Surge and stab it twice.
You want to know what he was going to do if he got a turn?
Identify
Layer
as a
action.
she.
Spew poison on everything in the layer.
Which I'm resistant to.
Resistant is not immune.
No, but it is resistant.
Right.
And then it was going to poison breath and attempt to fly away.
You know, if it tried to fly out that hole, Sirius would have jumped on it.
See, if it got back to my turn, before that thing could get away, Spectro was going to hold monster.
Oh no, as soon as it got off the ground and in the air, it was gating.
Oh, okay.
So it
I can
and
hold-
Eos
I
would
can,
have it and
Thunder
Eos would
Bomb
have
too.
left the mortal plane.
Oh, that's an hour.
This is a CR-22.
And technically,
It
we were
was.
on it, so we would have gated with it.
Yes.
No, when it took off, it would have been a save for y'all to stay on it.
Okay.
Okay. I have advantage to strength checks.
It's not a strength; it's a
I have advantage
dex.
strength.
Yeah.
No, it's checks and saves.
Yeah.
Because the fucking barbarian rage.
So, just for y'all's awareness level, because this was a deadly encounter at your level,
It almost lasted 2 rounds.
it lasted a 3/4 of a round.
Yeah. Because we surprised it, then we stabbed it a bunch, and
So
then
we
we
get
got
to
our
level?
turn.
Yes, you get to level. If you would like to do so right this minute, you can do so while rolling me
Oh,
investigations and perceptions to search for all the loot.
Okay, perception is the clear one.
Okay.
Oh!
And I need to dig out a book.
Everyone, or you two, get additional Mote of Potential
Oh, nice.
with your Bardic Inspiration die. And
use
for
that for my
ability
fist.
checks, you just get colorful, harmless specks for a moment.
Okay.
But it gives you, the bonus for that. So you guys get 2, so that takes...
Well,
27 perception.
my investigation is garbage because I had to use my last lucky, and it was still garbage.
Investigation
Thank the
is
gods for
spell.
that.
So I got a 27 fucking...
Did anyone roll below a 15?
No.
For hold, I haven't rolled yet.
For investigation, yes. For perception, no.
I used my own mode of inspiration immediately for my investigation because it was that low.
You have a mode of inspiration.
I can't roll higher than 12 because I'm not proficient in that.
Doesn't matter if you roll a nat 20.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
That's
still
why we were using it.
yeah, it's still a
Okay.
10 plus
Did you
whatever
say
your
it?
modifier
Team
is. You just
investigation, or
can't
can I
roll
roll
higher.
perception?
Right, I
Already
rolled
rolling
a natural
roll.
17.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would be
You
a
have the option
10
of rolling.
plus your modifier.
So actually, I'm going to make it different, better,
I need to
different
figure
colors.
out
Yeah.
because Rogue Initiate should have given me the ability to add an ability.
Okay.
I'll have to figure out which
Yeah.
ability that.
I think it gives you expertise for something that you're
No,
proficient in.
I'll have to dig through my abilities to
Okay.
figure out what
Investigation, perception.
proficiencies I got through them all. But
Just as long as it is
you're
above
the
a
skill
15,
monkey, not me, so I haven't been worried about it.
I'm gonna.
it's success.
Yeah.
If it's below a 15, it's a failure.
No. I
You
need
also-
a
You also have the...
modes of potential. Yes.
Yeah.
No. I need a. Hold on. I'm gonna silvery barbs myself on that shit.
And then you
Huh?
give yourself advantage.
Better. Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Did anyone
That
break
first.
a 25
Um,
on investigation?
no.
Hold on. Oh no, I rolled a 24 total.
Fuck it, we ball.
I rolled a 16 for investigation.
I need all of you to roll. I am needing to roll
Well-
on.
Was it investigation or perception, or was it investigation
Both.
I did
and
both.
perception?
My perception.
You know,
was
I'm willing to bet the
advantage.
layer was trapped.
Probably. We might have disabled some of those traps. With the
The
cave in.
traps really didn't matter because you dropped the
ceiling.
99% of the ceiling on the layer, triggering everything.
You know what? Y'all gonna be my best friend because I'm gonna be your best friend because I can lift that rubble off for you.
Yeah.
I need one person to roll 12d6.
Me? I got the smallest
Fine,
hands.
I'll do it.
Well,
I need
but
one
you have the
person-
new dice, and they don't have the evil mojo yet.
I need one person to roll 8d6.
I'll do that one.
I need one person to roll percentiles.
I'll do the percentile because you know what? Fuck me.
I rolled low, unfortunately. I had the most dice, but I rolled low on all of them.
What's your total?
I think I probably rolled lower on the percentage.
30.
Yep, 29.
Times 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. So 30,000 gold pieces.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
Take your notes.
Minus the copper, right?
I rolled a lot of ones.
Yours is not copper.
That's probably magic items or something.
30k gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means
We Devin's roll, because Devin is the platinum pieces, and then you said, what was your roll?
29.
Potion, probably.
Okay, Joe, I need a d10 and a d6. Just save those numbers, don't yell them at me yet.
Okay. So 8d6, right?
Yes, 8d6.
Oh. 29.
Times 1,000 platinum pieces.
Nice.
Ooh, shiny. Like Mackenzie.
We got.
Joe, what is the d10?
5.
5 times 2,500 art pieces.
Oh, like so the art pieces are worth 2,500.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And we
We're
have
not like
5 of them.
12,000 fucking art
Times
pieces.
2,500.
So that's 12,500.
Yep, in gold.
And what was the d6?
2.
I'm going to give the party an option. You can re-roll the d6 once. Do you want to?
Sure.
Go for it.
3.
Cool. Do you really care what the art pieces are?
Not
Not
specifically.
really.
I only want to know if there's an awkward and unique one that jives with this is a fucking dragon.
Fine gold chain with a fire opal, an old masterpiece painting, embroidered silk and velvet mantle set with numerous moonstones, platinum bracelet set with sapphire, embroidered glove set with jewel chips, a jeweled anklet, a gold music box, a gold circlet set with 4 aquamarines, an eye patch with a mock eye set in blue sapphire and moonstone, and a necklace string of small pink pearls. Pick 5. Any of those interest you or not really?
The jeweled anklet thing, if that's
Cool.
if
Jewel
that's-
anklet. One of the 5.
Okay, that one's not getting sold because that's my trophy.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, I have trophies for everything.
I might
Yep.
have interest, but not.
Can it be jade or emerald or something?
Sure.
It's just jeweled, so
Yeah.
whatever jewels you want.
Fine.
But I want to think about it first.
I don't know why I was buying
I
cows.
need each of you to roll a percentile.
Okay.
Oh, shit, man.
That's what you just rolled.
Okay.
How excited are you,
Yes.
Zach?
59.
We got the same thing, I'm sure.
Probably.
54.
For the ships.
Okay.
It's a single +3 shot.
Worth it.
Just a cannonball.
A single +3 cannonball.
Okay.
I totally paint that reflective and call it my crystal ball. No, right?
No.
What was your total?
54.
54.
Nice.
Devin rolled a scroll with an 8th level spell, which I need both of you to roll me a d6, d3 plus 1.
D6 is what, 4?
So it's a 4, so it's a 3 plus 1. So 4 uses of yours,
And
and 4 uses of yours.
nice.
Uses of...
A 7th level spell scroll for you,
Okay.
and an 8th level spell scroll for Devin's roll.
Okay, that's totally going to Flopsy, because I can't use scrolls.
But that's what y'all rolled, was he got a cannonball, you two got 4 uses of 7th and 8th level spells. Which we now have to look and see what the hell we rolled.
You know, I'm in the middle of building a PowerShell scroll creator. That said, I have a list of all the spells, and I can tell you exactly how many they are.
How many are they?
Give me 5 seconds, and I'll look up.
Oh, I do have the spells in here. We have any interest in that too? This one. Not this one. This one.
It's not a...
We're just going to use the base book for now.
Okay.
In the meantime, carving.
Roll survivals or take 10 or 20 if you want to do it slow to guarantee.
I'll take 20.
We'll take the slow.
Yeah.
Slow approach, it takes you...
It's gonna take fucking
it takes
forever.
you a week
Oh, that's fine.
to fully drain, disassemble, and store everything away using your freaking pit. It is now full of dragons.
Yes. And there's one particular item that I'm keeping for myself.
5 barrels of green dragon blood.
We also have.
Those are 55-gallon barrels.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Okay, let me.
Okay, so let's...
Because
there
we-
are 30 possible...
30
seven
possible
level
spells?
Don't you have a D30 on you, hun?
I do, in fact, have a
Could you
D30.
roll a D30 for me, and how many 8th level spells are there?
So we def-
24.
Okay.
We definitely need to go back to town because we have that and the rock.
Yeah.
You said 55 barrels?
5 barrels of
Oh,
55
5.
gallon.
That's what it was, sorry.
Yes. And I'm going to assume that our makeshift explosive took about half the red dragon's blood. So
Roughly.
I'm just going to say it's about half.
Roughly.
Okay. 4 on the D30.
Please keep those lists up, Joe.
They're up.
What was it?
4.
Completely.
I need spell number 4 from your list.
Which
For
one?
7th.
7th level? Crown of Stars.
Okay. So the 7th level is Crown of Stars, whatever the fuck
That
that
one's
is.
nasty. For an hour, you have 7 little motes above your head that create light. You have, at 30 feet. If you have less than 4, it becomes 15 feet of light. They shoot radiant. You can shoot them as a bonus action for radiant damage. That's 4d12 radiant.
I found a feat that's Crown of Thorns. Hi, Maggie.
Hey!
Hi.
You guys have a good Christmas?
We did. How about you guys?
And your shirt, I love.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, he's so happy to see you.
He is so excited. He's such a good boy.
Hi.
Hey.
For the 8th level, I need the 8th spell.
Demiplane.
You have 4 uses of that.
That can't be bad.
No, not at all.
You create a shadowy door on a flat, solid surface you can see within range. The door is large enough to allow medium creatures to pass through unhindered. When opened, it appears to be an empty room 30 feet in each dimension, made of wood or stone. When it ends, the door disappears and any creatures remain trapped there, and the door also disappears from the other side. Each time you cast a spell, you can create a new one, or have it connect to the same one you created with the previous casting of the spell. Additionally, if you know the nature and contents of a demiplane created by casting the spell by another creature, you can have your door connect to theirs.
So, I have my own realm of existence.
You have a
For 4
30-foot
times.
basement of existence.
Yes.
You have a 30-foot cubed room of existence.
It is like this size room. About.
Big ass room.
Yeah.
Especially for a
Except that
fairy.
it's 3 stories tall.
Yeah.
It's 30 foot by 30 foot by 30 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a giant 30-foot die 6 room. So,
It makes great storage.
an extra...
And you
Double the
can
height of
fly,
this.
so you can literally, if it's wood, you can just build storage on the walls.
Yep.
You can build shelves into it.
And we can store all our loot there and nobody can get to it. And
Yep.
as long as
But
we
you only have 4 uses of this spell until you get it yourselves.
I was about to say, until we have access to the spell from any other source... There you go.
Yep. And if you're ever in it, I can contact it.
But here's the other thing. I believe it's...
I can make a phone call.
You can also track
It's
people
8.
in.
Yeah.
Is it? It's an hour.
It lasts for an hour. It has
So the door to it lasts for an hour.
But the space itself.
Is permanent.
Yes.
And I would presume that air only exists in it for a finite amount of time.
Nope.
So
Like,
just-
if you trap somebody in there, they will not suffocate.
Nope.
Yeah.
They'll starve to death first if there's nothing in there.
Nice.
Or die
If
of
they don't,
dehydration.
yeah, if they don't die of dehydration first.
Oh,
So I
okay.
know what
so
spell
it's
I need to get.
air recycles. That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a literal plane of existence.
Yep. It is
Fair
a
enough.
plane that is hospitable to the caster.
Yes.
Now, that made, in a case of a black dragon, or you who can breathe underwater,
It can be a
it can be
Freaking-
flooded, and
Yep.
therefore not hospitable to anybody else, right?
correct. To a creature of the world of Earth, it can be a
Block of stuff.
brick of dirt.
Yep. And then you can just dig tunnels.
Secret tunnel.
In the
I forget how the rest of the song goes, but then it goes secret tunnel.
Anyway. After you spend like 5 days breaking this damn thing down,
Yeah.
looting all of the,
That is all of our loot, right?
yeah,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
it's a shitload of coins, a couple of magic items,
No, I just wanted to make sure I had it all. So I can
and then there's
put it
just
down.
like a bunch of like random, just normal shit, like some leather armors, but it's all ravaged and shit.
Yeah.
So not really worth taking.
It's about good enough to make straps. Maybe.
You also have to think it's a poison dragon, so the poison kind of corrodes anything that is not
Magical.
magical in nature.
Okay.
And then it's also in a very wet, damp cave because it's an underwater sea cave.
Which corrodes things more.
So anything that wasn't like magical or waterproof
Gone.
is
pretty much.
it's in poor condition if it still exists.
Yeah.
I need intelligence for that to be a
So-
Boy, yes you are.
Intelligence, I would say, is not the
Hey, buddy.
powerful element of...
Can I look at the?
Of Mackenzie?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe int is your high point.
Not at all.
Can I look at the art pieces again? The list,
Yeah.
because I want to see if
She's,
there's one that I want to like wear.
Simple, not stupid.
Yeah. What
She
is-
figured out that the big boom will get a hole. Everybody didn't understand why nobody else wanted to do that, and then all of a sudden, bing! The big boom will make a big hole.
Hey, it worked. I can't complain.
It was just the matter of explaining it in a way that clicked with everybody.
Yeah. Mackenzie is not good at
Yeah.
explaining things.
Well, I'm up to 11 now.
You are average.
No, I'm
You're
up to
no-
11 in Shut Up, Mackenzie.
Oh.
So often, explanations are brief and suddenly shut
Concise.
down.
If you keep them concise, you have a better chance of succeeding.
Or at least succeeding in getting them all out.
Yes.
Whether or not they occur, different.
Different.
You
Yes.
can pick any 4 that you want off that list because the jeweled anklet went to Joe.
Which is awkward for a bunny to...
Not really, because it fits kind of nice and snug.
But it's... What's awkward about it is it's designed for a medium-sized creature, being worn on a small size creature.
Was it? I never said. I said it was valued at 2,500 gold.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it was designed for a small size creature.
Like it's designed for a small creature.
Okay.
It fits on your leg, nice and
Okay.
comfy, and it's
Do you
pretty.
have any?
nice. And it's got green gems.
Do you have any want of anything specific?
It's an anklet.
It's an anklet. And you could have emerald and jade and peridot is another green.
Peridot.
So you can have any mixture of those gems.
Labradorite.
Malachite.
Yep, any of that mess. I don't really recommend malachite because it's a good way to get iron poisoning.
You're gonna give yourself iron poisoning. Good job, hun.
Just don't lick it.
No,
Actually,
what you don't
leaving
lick
it on
is
your
mica.
skin long enough will
Well, yeah.
pass it through the skin.
You leave anything on your skin long enough.
Not true. There's a lot of things the skin doesn't absorb.
Yeah.
Hair.
Not true. That's how you get ingrown hairs.
Yeah.
For my wearable, I want a gold circlet. It's like 4 coins.
Okay. Anyway, after you get all of the thing broken down and sorted and stored away in the pit portal hole thing that y'all use all the damn time,
Yep. Which is now completely
which is
full
now
at this
almost
point.
completely full, because it goes into the freaking storage room of your ship, which is it's somehow expanded beyond the size of the actual ship.
Yep. Extra dimensional spaces.
Yes.
Question.
Answer.
Can you use your plane thingy to make? Can you use your big room and attach that to the ship?
It is its own plane of existence. It is
Yeah.
not on the material plane.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm not under. She doesn't understand that. She's just like, you have an extra dimensional cargo hold. Can you do it with the new one?
What they did with his was they cast a spatial expansion on the inside of the ship.
Right. It's bigger than inside than now.
But it is on the material plane.
Right. A whole.
This is a whole new plane.
Yeah.
Right. Explain that to the rabbit.
That's how it was explained just now.
Oh, okay.
To the rabbit.
To the rabbit.
To the rabbit.
Okay.
Who's like, what's the
It was
difference?
lid. I thought you just threw an ice cube at yourself.
That would be interesting because this is hot coffee.
Yeah. So
I saw clear smack you in the face and you recoil like brain went ice cube.
So we have officially completed our dragon quest now.
Yes, you have completed your 2 quests that you had taken. It is like 10 days from here, direct sailing southwest-ish to get back to the main island to turn over the quests.
Can I reduce that with my
That's 10 days normal sailing. Y'all are on the airship, which goes faster.
Well, and I can
Slightly.
also double speed for.
Multiple hours, if I remember right.
I think so.
I want to say it's 8 a day. Because Warlock of Dread Pirate Roberts.
Or Roberts.
So I can spend 10 minutes and travel speed double for an hour, and I can. It doesn't have a limit. I can just keep doing that.
But
So.
you have to do it every hour.
Yep.
So you would not sleep if you're doing it every hour.
Well, I can take a. We can go slower at night, and I only need 4 hours.
If we do that, we will shorten it to 7 1/4 days.
That works.
So just over a week.
Okay.
And our ships made it back
Y'all get back
at the same time.
about 3 days after them.
Oh, okay.
Because it only took them 10 days. It took y'all a week to break down the dragon. And then another... So y'all are actually...
2 3/4 of a day.
So about
No,
3 days.
4 days behind.
That's not too bad.
Y'all are
They're
like
beginning to worry about us, I would imagine.
No. None. Y'all's crews know better.
Yeah.
The
We've
new
taught them
crews
to
might be worrying about you a little bit. But your crews are like, nah, they'll be fine. Shut up.
They'll be back here shortly, probably with a cargo hold full of shit.
Yeah.
And as y'all... Are you sailing on the water or are you staying in the air?
I'm staying in the air.
Okay, as you come back into view of town, you notice some changes. One, the port, which was mostly open to the sea previously, has started to have big stone piers piercing out from the island in straight lines.
So we're financing the expansion.
We're
of this
financing
city.
the expansion of this fucking town.
And these things are at least 60, 70 foot tall above the waterline.
Mm-hmm.
The fact
We are making this a major port.
And they are, at this point, about 100 feet long each, and they haven't turned in yet.
Yeah.
But I will say, if they are concentrating on their seaborne defenses, this may not be good.
They were concentrating on seaborne defenses before this.
Yeah.
They just are now being able to finance it.
They are now just finally able to really start building the infrastructure for it.
Especially with the amount of platinum we spend.
And I have more platinum to spend now. We need to get
And
spellbooks of utility spells.
during
and shit.
that time of breaking the dragon down and coming back, I will have done my ritual to absorb its core.
Do I get to have the core?
You also,
Yes, you can have an empty core.
because you roll the highest out of everybody. You also find, like, at the very last second, y'all were breaking down the dragon and everything. You find your last piece.
Nice.
Now you need Bahamut.
Yes. It's okay, I can get that pretty easily. No, I can't. But I know where I can start asking.
Yes.
And I'm going to.
So, but as you come back into town, they see you from quite the ways off.
Yeah.
And what you see, as it comes into clear view, is the two stone piers that are stone walls, really, that are piercing out into the ocean, with just construction crews spiderwebbing all over this damn thing.
Okay.
And you see some caster types pulling a U and forcing water away from the ends of it.
Nice. Make it easier to build out.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
And then you see construction guys dropping massive
Pylons? Because they need to construct additional
tree
pylons?
trunks in real tight against each other and mudding them shut to keep the water outside of the area that it's been pushed out of, so they can continue to pull more stone up to build these walls. Though it looks like they are finally starting to turn these in.
Mm-hmm.
They are approximately, these two piers that are going out are approximately a half mile apart at the shoreline. You see on the land side, the walls are only about 50 feet tall. They're not quite as tall as the ocean side. And they are expanding out a nice big square around the city. Like, to the point that they're also enveloping, like, some of the farmland. But it is completely enclosed from the land side.
Nice. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, these guys have been working. They've had the money to start doing some stuff, so
We're about to give them an influx.
they're starting to do some work. Y'all been gone for
Weeks.
going on a couple of months now.
Yeah.
It took y'all a
We've
while
been
to get
busy.
out, do a bunch of things, and like y'all haven't really been paying attention as you've been coming back.
Not even slightly.
So
now we have.
But now, and you've also been coming back at water level, so you haven't really been paying it that much attention. Now you're coming back from the sky and you're seeing everything. The Mage's Tower looks like it has grown taller.
Nice. I like that place.
Because size matters.
The
Well, that's not why you like the place, but that's
The
why it's
Adventurers Guild, which was wood previously, appears to have been reconstructed in stone and looks like a small fort
Nice.
in the middle of the city, right next to the Mages Guild.
To be fair, they're next to the Mages Guild, and explosions are a thing.
Yeah.
Fair. You see some of the farmland seems to be being converted into training area for soldiers.
Oh, they're getting a militia now?
Well, they've had, guardsmen and stuff.
Well, I mean like a dedicated militia.
But, they had a dedicated guardsman, but now that they're becoming a proper city and not just a very large town, they're having to train more guardsmen and soldiers to protect it.
Fair.
And to maintain order. This place is going from what was essentially a mid-sized, backwater city, town, to it's becoming a major port.
Question. How big was the island of the Green Dragon?
It wasn't much more than 2 miles long by 3 miles wide. It was
Fairly small.
It was a fairly small. There was nothing really living on it too much. Because
I would assume not.
The dragon ate pretty much anything that was a critter as it was growing.
I would assume that
learned to fish.
I'd assume that it was fairly infertile there.
Surprisingly, no. There was a bunch of small plants, nothing real tall, not a lot of trees, but a lot of bushes. Very likely it was recovering from, when the dragon was young and melted everything with poison to, hunt down whatever it could to eat. But it's now a very large dragon, and, the couple of small animals that might be on the island are not even a snack for it.
Right.
We could have almost fit a quarter of a ship in its mouth. That's how big this sucker was.
And now that I have all 5 masks, it doesn't look like just one piece with little flecks of the stripes. No, it looks like it has an actual crown.
Yes.
With the individual dragon heads on it.
Yep.
And the rest of it's gold.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I'm just gonna go wander up to the guy in charge of the fucking... You know what? I'm gonna go to Fran. Because I can trust Fran. Fern, sorry. I'm sorry, bunny ears, woman, Final Fantasy 12, Fran. So, Fern, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I haven't.
that's why I screwed up Fran versus Fern. So, I'm going to go to Fern, because Fern is trustworthy.
We'll probably all go to Fern.
But yeah, we gotta turn in our quests.
Well,
As you're walking into the Adventurers Guild, you see Fern sitting behind the desk. She has, they all had, little weird metal nameplates with their names, but they were all kind of, steel or...
little concierge type things.
Yeah, just with their name on it. Fern's is now bordered in gold, unlike any of the others that are at the front desk.
Because her peeps are awesome.
Yeah.
Fern got a promotion.
Yeah.
She is now head of the
Sending
front.
people to their deaths.
Yeah.
She's now head of the front.
Cool.
Well, she is our preferred.
Fern, seeing y'all come through the door, very happy.
Fern! Hop, 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 hop.
Mackenzie,
Slam.
welcome back.
Slam and hug.
No.
Fern falls over as Mackenzie slams into her
Damn it, Kenzie.
I mean,
and takes... What's your strength?
29
Which is a what?
plus 9.
Takes 15 points of damage as she is concussed into the wall.
Oh, shit.
I'll
Looks.
go ahead and fix that.
I look at her like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die.
You are gonna fucking die.
She's bleeding. Everybody in the room is staring daggers at you.
I'll go ahead and fix that.
Just wanted to hug her.
It was a very, very powerful bear hug. Rabbit hug.
A Babbitt hug.
Welcome back. How can we help?
Sorry.
Sith is just gonna walk up and lay on hands. She's healed.
I already healed her.
The fairy got there first and went, No damage for you.
No damage.
How can we help? What happened? Tell me.
We finished.
Quest down, quest down, quest down.
We have a dragon corpse.
Oh joy.
And a rock corpse.
And a what?
A rock.
Big bird thing.
Oh joy.
Our hold's full.
Very
Okay.
Ancient.
Let's
dragon.
get you paid out for your quests. I believe they were 500 gold apiece.
Sounds right.
Something like that.
Because I don't think we were technically contracted to fight them.
No, we were not.
So
We were
she-
contracted for investigation.
She pulls out, counts out the coins, bags them up for you, passes them over. I went ahead and did it in platinum, so it's not as big a bag.
That's fine.
I believe that's
100 plat.
Yeah.
Because you reduced it this time so that it's only 10 gold per plat. Because of what we did last time.
And it's 500 per 3 quests.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 quests, right. 150, sorry.
Yeah,
I
so
thought we had
150 plat.
Okay.
So,
Question.
Answer.
So she goes, how do I buy an island?
You work with a kingdom who owns an island or a lord who owns an island, and you pay them money.
okay, what if we found one that isn't owned by any country, but was owned by pirates?
Then you lay claim to it. You give us coordinates if you want to remain as part of the kingdom, and we set up a trade route.
That's not the island I was thinking of buying.
Okay, which one were you thinking of buying? The one that we just blew a gigantic hole into?
I mean,
What?
we're
It was the Dragon's Lair.
We might have
redecorated.
used red dragon blood to coat some explosive cannonballs and then shot a cannonball at it to gain
It was
access to her
awesome!
lair without going near it.
It was much more effective than we were planning for it.
Yeah, we might need
Are
some
you
repairs
telling-
on our ship.
Are you telling me
Oh, we definitely need repairs.
you blew up a dragon lair?
Yes.
Yes.
No, we blew
Which
a hole
is-
into a dragon lair.
Yes, we blew a hole in the Dragon's Lair. The lair's still technically there. It's just, it has a sunroof now.
We entered a
Very big sunroof.
That's a tactic I've not heard before.
We
That was
needed
all
a way
Ken's.
in, and we didn't want to swim that far.
Yeah.
Fair.
Not that we
I
would
can't imagine water in your fur is a pleasant experience.
I'm still gonna have to get the stink out.
Druidcraft.
You no longer stink and you feel clean.
Well, you hate me most times. Why did you do that?
Because my throne is not allowed to stink.
Thank you.
DM broke there. I'm sorry. The ego on that.
Yeah.
Devin. My throne is not allowed to stink.
It's not. You also have little lilacs in your hair.
You
Or fur.
literally smell of a field of flowers at this point.
Yes.
Chest goes out a little bit.
Your fur is fluffier than normal.
Yes.
Anyway,
I want to buy an island for bunnies.
I mean,
I don't think a dragon lair is a good one. Is a good fit for you.
No, it's too small. You take a small tribe of bunnies, and in 100 years,
it's a big tribe of bunnies.
it's a big tribe of bunnies.
If you're looking for somewhere for the Harengon to move, I would actually recommend heading south until you hit the mainland.
You
A
want
lot of that land is, yes, technically in different kingdoms. However, most of it is undeveloped. And the kingdoms have the rule of if you develop it, it's yours. You just pay taxes if you want their protection.
you
And
really want to
if-
unleash the bunny Mageddon
Horde?
on the mainland?
On anything else, yes.
Well,
As long as it's not here.
To be fair, she probably came from the mainland, and her mission was to go find a place for the nomadic bunny people
To call home.
to call home. Because remember, like I said,
But they also have never interacted with any of the kingdoms, really.
oh, well, it's because they're nomadic, and you can't really buy a route, can you?
No. You secure it and hope that no one else finds it.
And speaking of heading south, I'm going to walk over to the bounty board.
It's still there.
Yes!
With 3 X's on it.
We last saw it with 1.
3 X's means people have died, right?
Yes.
3 parties have failed at this point.
So they've been recruited.
We last saw this with 1 X on
So
it.
2 more parties have been recruited by the undead.
Yes.
That's a good way
Probably.
to put that.
I mean, you don't undead. You don't literally get defeated. You get recruited.
Inspiration. Fuck you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, I'll just not mark off the one that I used.
So, I'm going to take the quest off the board, bring it over to the counter.
Do you want to talk about getting your ship unloaded first?
Yes, we're going to be doing that in the meantime as well.
Okay. We have a newly established warehouse down there.
We're going to need your biggest one.
We've got a lot.
I highly doubt that your ship can hold as much as my warehouse.
No, I'm going to say we're going to need a very large warehouse because we have an ancient green dragon in our hold.
Yeah, we can easily fit that in the warehouse. It's fine.
It's what's taking up most of our hold right now.
Knowing y'all, it's already broken down and made easy for us.
For the most part.
That is true.
So, she reaches over and pokes a crystal ball, and you see like this weathered guy with a kind of short cropped beard, with salt and pepper hairs in it, sort of shaggy hair, piercing blue eyes, tanned, rugged skin, obviously Doc Hand that's been working for years in the crystal.
Yeah.
How did he get in there?
The flying ship that just landed needs its hold unloaded and needs a resupply of like travel goods. We'll just tally everything, send me the totals.
How did he get in there? And can we get you one that you can be in there?
Shut up, Mackenzie.
Not if you want to stay living.
But they're cool. Totally lacks an understanding of what a crystal ball is.
Yes. So, we'll likely be in town for a few days,
At least.
at least.
I imagine it'll be at least until we get the ship unloaded, which is going to take us about 2 days, and then reloaded, which will take another 2 days.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Plus, we want to go shopping.
and I'm pretty sure I remember she digs through a bunch of notes. Yeah. Y'all's stuff is ready at the various,
Yay!
stores.
We've been gone a while, so.
So, are we setting up a room here? Or y'all getting a space elsewhere?
That's up to you.
You're going to sleep on your ship?
Oh, I don't need sleep.
Oh, that's right. I only need 4 hours. I mean, I'll know if I...
I'm lazy. I need 8. Sometimes 12.
So do you want a room here, or do you want to sleep on the ship?
Oh, by the
Some
way,
more.
y'all's other ships are here,
Yeah.
docked.
Oh.
Your crews are
We'll ask...
scattered through the bars along the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them. We'll ask Fern
Unsurprising.
about the bounties for the pirates that we have acquisitioned.
Oh,
Hired.
Yes.
yeah, no, those got handled by your captain?
Ish thing. Was there enough gold to cover it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. None of the ones that showed up had anything over like a 10 gold bounty.
Okay.
we
I
we
think-
figured just
I
in
think
case.
total it came to like 300 for all of them.
Oh, that's not a lot.
And we sent a lot
A
of
lot.
platinum.
30 platinum handled that.
Yeah.
Well,
The ships all put in for repairs and upgrades.
Yeah.
good.
They are all becoming converted to armed merchantry vessels.
Yeah,
Ooh,
because
I like
it
that.
pays really well at this point.
Which I don't want to tell you how much money your other ships have made.
Do tell.
50K for all of them total.
I have a
Now this
question.
is before repairs and upgrades.
That is after.
So that's
After.
after.
That's profit.
Nice.
Yeah, that is
50K
the.
gold or plat.
We sent them with 100 and something platinum. The 30 platinum paid off the bounties, and the rest of it was ship repairs and upgrades.
That's
At
on
that
the new
point.
ships.
Yeah.
I'm talking the old ships. The 3 that you had before made 50K profit.
So we can
Your
get
merchantry made 50K profit. That's after all repairs, resupplies, everything for the 3 ships.
It's we
Here
are
is
turning
upgrades.
this town into a major port.
And now you have just brought another 3 ships.
Yes,
how much is it going to cost for any repairs that
Now-
they need and upgrades?
a lot.
We have money.
Now, if
I have a question.
you 3
Yes.
have regular sea vessels, are your sea vessels going to travel with you to the south, or are you going to leave them here and maintain on just the flying ship for the most part?
If we use the sea vessels to... Okay, let's go over there and sit for a minute.
This can be done sitting
Yeah.
at a table, because like Fern comes over and sits with y'all and talks and
Yeah.
handles y'all's stuff at a table, not at the counter.
Okay, above
We're much more important.
above table?
Above table.
Above table. At this
Okay,
point.
I'm thinking at some point, and this is kind of Mackenzie's the best provider gets to stay in charge. We have done way more for this town than the existing government.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. We've done a
So
lot.
we would have the popular support in overthrowing the existing government.
We could buy this town
You could.
just outright.
You could. It would.
We could
be
buy
a-
this town out several times over.
It would be a little bit of a challenge because the Adventurers Guild and the Mages Guild have a portion of the control of this town.
That's fine.
But if we left them...
go for a portion,
Right, so let's say...
However, the noble who owns the island town, because it's really just the town is what he owns, and like the surrounding farmland.
Right.
Um,
He owns the
he
county.
is, so it's just remind me. I believe it's Baronet, Baron, Viscount, Count,
Yeah.
Right.
Duke.
Yeah.
He would be a Viscount.
Ooh,
So
so
he's a-
it would
he's a-
be a county.
He would be a third-rank noble.
Right.
Which is where most like Mage Guild members have equivalent
Yeah.
finances.
So,
how's his popularity with this?
right.
Pretty neutral. He like if something really bad was happening, he'd step in and help. But for the most part, he kind of left it governing to itself.
Right.
It
We
worked.
could declare independence, leave the Adventuring Guild and Mages Guild in the level of power they normally have, and as the primary providers for this
I
town,
mean, technically, y'all have enough funds. You could pay him to just
Fuck
give
off.
up the land and fuck off back to the mainland.
but see, that's
I have a better plan for him.
Remain as our Viscount?
Yeah. Remain as our Viscount and do the administrative work for us because we're not going to be here to do it.
You could.
well.
Or you could put the bunnies in charge. That would be entertaining.
No.
No.
They're not all as dumb as Mackenzie.
Yeah.
No, there are some really smart bunnies.
Mackenzie is,
Special.
I will say this, Mackenzie is the average. Eos and Flopsy are both smarter than Mackenzie as far as I'm aware. Like, stat-wise.
Stat-wise, I don't know.
Eos better be smarter than that.
Eos has a 17.
Yeah.
They started that way, let's put it that way. And Flopsy has a 16.
Yeah.
Kenzie has
11.
11. You
something
don't
like
serve.
14, I think is up to. Yeah, 14.
Oh, you got a 14.
Yeah.
So,
That's her starting intelligence stat.
um,
She doesn't
The-
understand.
the
Yeah.
higher ranked members of the Herringons usually sit at about 15 or above.
Yeah.
On int and wisdom.
Right. She's the go beat shit
Yeah.
in her society.
You're very much the physical guard of the race
The way I had
comparatively to the spiritual guard, which would be the shamanistic.
the way I had it set up in my headcanon was that you had the shamans, which were the druids, and that was sort of a religious group.
Yep.
And then you had the warriors and the hunters for two different people. Sir Eos, as a ranger, is a hunter.
Yeah.
He is the provider. And as Mackenzie,
and Eos would both be...
she's the warrior protector of the tribe because they don't go hunting wolves, they go hunting weeds. The wolves and other predatory creatures attack them. So they have an entire group of people that their entire job is just to protect the hunters and the tribespeople.
Yeah.
And that's Mackenzie's role.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at, is that the primary leaders are actually quite intelligent.
Yes. Mackenzie's just
They
not
are
very good
fully
representative.
capable of running a city and a community because they've done it for years.
And
They just haven't done it on this scale before.
and running a nomadic community
is very expensive.
is much more difficult because you now have to keep the logistics of everybody going in a loop. And the way they function is, over years, what happens is bunnies, they breed. Then they have to send the trailblazers out, of which Mackenzie's grandfather was one, and that's where she got Thumper. And that's where she got the really crappy map she carries around in treasures. So they send those out to go feelers to find other places.
Yep.
Then they return back in a year or two, and take a chunk of the tribe to go there.
Yep.
This would be new for Herringon, to have an established place.
Yep. And that's what I'm getting at, is it's an option that above the table is available to you. You could, because you were looking for a more permanent residence, this island is big enough.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest islands in the area. You're talking, it has a land space similar to New Zealand.
Got it.
So you could easily have your people settle here, and they have the space to expand.
And
This is a major
Port.
city,
Yeah.
port, and your people, if they moved outside of it, could very easily expand and build another city port somewhere along the island's coast, or they could build a trading spot in the middle of the island and expand
well,
for decades.
there are people who are going to be uncomfortable with settling down.
Yes. of
That
course.
said, there are, and I've been to one, there's floating marketplaces.
Mhm.
There are people who are nomadic. They go make their shit and they float around in a trade route.
Mhm.
Yep.
And for the tribes,
That's common.
but for a land-based tribe like the Herringon, that would be a new concept, but it would make more sense to them.
Yep.
Because then they could just split their little
But having a guaranteed base
of operations.
where their kids
Yeah.
could be settled and taught and
Right. And
raised.
that would be a big deal for Mackenzie to have established that. That would be a big
And that's why I mentioned it, because of the way you had described it previously. This could become their home, and then they
Her tribe. Yeah.
learn sailing and become the Sea Hares, which no Herringon has done before.
you. Oh, goddess. I'd be like the Herringon god of the ocean.
Or the ancestor who brought the ocean to be a viable thing for the Herringons.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
And therefore an honorary spirit.
Well, the
So-
spirits are nature. I'm not part of nature.
Right.
You could potential,
Yeah.
like, if you get enough ancestor worship, you might not become a deity, but you could become similar to.
Right. It would be. Have you ever played Dragon Age?
Yes, which one?
Any of them. Doesn't matter. It's a lore thing.
All of them except the newest one.
Dwarves.
Yes.
They worship their paragons.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they were living creatures. It's like Jesus Christ. People worship a living,
Yeah.
breathing person who died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that I would go that route.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I would equate that to the power-wise to the demigods. Like, and that would be your cap. So you would not achieve lesser godhood, intermediate or greater. However, that is just power-wise, so that mechanically, when you're building your character, you know what you're working with.
I would like to go beyond Demi if that's a functional possibility.
At that point, you become a nature spirit, and no longer just a paragon. And you would become
a spirit of... I guess I would not be... I would become the spirit that they would venerate in the form of travel and
ocean
hermitage.
going.
Yeah.
Specifically, battle, because that's your thing. Chaos, travel, and the ocean.
Yes. Since you would be the ancestor that started that.
And here's the thing about that. Because you keep ranting about it and all the Harringons have heard about it, you would become associated with the Great Wet Wolf.
Much to Devin's dismay.
That's not Devin's deity, so it really doesn't affect Devin.
Yeah.
It just annoys the fuck out of Devin.
Well,
But
Or
just
Ferrex.
mechanically above the table, if you wanted to go past demigod,
then I would
you
have
would
to
become
become
a nature spirit of that thing.
of the worship of Harringons. That works.
Which, depending on how far it spread, how many Harrigan tribes become involved, yes, you could reach. I would say probably intermediate. I don't think you would ever reach greater.
Because they're not very common. But the thing is, they would be splitting numerous tribes all...
Yes.
They
and
would... That's what
the
bunnies
ones
do.
who would really worship you would be the ones that are near oceans and
Right.
traveling on the oceans.
And the battle bunnies.
I was about to say, and there's going to be a small group of zealots that are the pirate bunnies. The
Yep.
Corsair bunnies.
Yep.
Either
And
the evil ones are
actually
the pirate bunnies.
They
and
would probably be called the Corsairs.
Corsairs, yes. Because their hair is coarse. Not because they go out and pirate, but because they have coarser hair.
Mostly because of all the sea salt.
Right, it's the sea salt. It makes crust in their hair. And so they see themselves as the coarse hairs.
I would say about the 5th generation after yours, they would actually start to develop oilier fur that is more water repellent.
Right.
And
Evolution.
they would lose the undercoat
Because the undercoat is dangerous.
Yes.
because the undercoat molds.
Yes, and it also can cause hypothermia if they...
And they're
don't
also
get
in a
it
much more temperate climate,
Yep.
too, so they don't
Also,
need
their
the
ears
undercoat.
would get slightly bigger.
Yeah.
My
More cooling.
Yeah.
my bunny would stand out in the rain and glare at us because it was our fault that she would stand out in the rain. and
Yes,
get wet.
obviously.
Bunnies are very,
So,
very
vindictive.
temperamentally their own fault, but it's your fault.
It's always your fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, back on the table,
Back on the table.
I would ask
Talking with Fern.
I would
about-
ask Fern if she knew roughly how much it might cost us if we wanted to just buy the entire island.
About 500k. That's what
Okay.
we estimate the island's value is currently.
Okay.
The Lord Viscount Newmanburg,
Might want to write that down.
Yes, I will.
who currently owns the island, does not live on it. He comes by once every 5 years to collect taxes.
Seriously?
How long has it been since... What's taxes?
Money that we pay to receive his aid if we have any major incidents.
So he won't help you unless you pay him to help you.
That's how nobility works.
If I count what now?
Newmanburg.
That's dumb.
Okay, and I'm assuming that he lives on the mainland.
Yes, to the south.
Okay.
He's actually the one who keeps filing with the guild about the undead. It's apparently starting to affect his territory there.
Can we trade him? Kill the undead, we get the island. Or a discount on the island.
Maybe a discount.
We can probably get a discount.
I don't think you could.
I mean, he doesn't obviously matter to him because if he cared about it, he wouldn't make you pay for him to help you, and he hasn't helped you with any of these dragons.
except that he is who owns the island, who we pay taxes to, and he does send soldiers here to help train. He has also helped us find builders to build the walls that are going up out in the ocean and have gone up around the city. He has made sure we have enough farmers to keep growing food. He makes sure that we have merchants coming by.
So he has he's the guy who you pay to have him tell people what to do in his stead.
Yes.
Correct.
That is the simplest way to put it, Mackenzie.
That's chicken shit.
Yes, well, we're going to be paying him when we buy out this island to do exactly what he's already doing. For us. So we don't have to do it.
But we'll be the leaders that protect the town.
Yes. In a sense.
He just sits there and collects whatever money is.
In a sense, yes.
You are well aware at this point of what money is.
But, I mean...
You don't see the value of it.
Right. I mean, what? Okay, whatever. I don't understand the worth. I understand carrot tops. I understand I get coin. I get yummy.
And by the way, about this time, one of the guild girls comes walking by with a big platter, sets it down by the table, puts a big tray of veggies in front of you.
Oh, my eyes just...
There are some carrot tops. This is like going down almost in front of you. And meals in front of you. And then slides 3 flagons of mead onto the table.
I'll be normal size for this.
I assumed.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
I
get
assumed
it.
as shortly after healing her, you just went, eh.
Yeah.
Full size, so we can have this conversation and actually be, not the whole time you're talking to people.
I could fly up and be eye level.
That's a very tiring thing to do.
Consistently.
Hovering.
I could stand on Mackenzie's head.
Or you could sit in the throne on her shoulder that has fur.
That was specifically designed for you because you commissioned it.
No, I commissioned it.
Yes.
She accepted it as a gift.
That is true.
Anyway.
Fair.
So, yeah, no, food gets put on the table while this conversation is going on.
Immediately understand that I don't understand the upper level of this shit because it doesn't make sense from a tribal level.
Except that to your tribal leaders, it all makes sense.
Right, because the tribes trade and all I know is Captain said go kill shit.
Yep.
And he's only in charge because he's the biggest, baddest bunny and leads his bunnies into battle.
Do you say that in game?
I was kind of dancing around the idea that the motherfucker was...
Did you
Sure.
say... Okay. She goes, okay, yeah. Easiest way to explain this to you. The Viscount is the biggest, baddest human instead of bunny.
He must be a mighty soul indeed.
And he owns all of the land that is surrounded by water here.
He is
And
big.
some of the water.
He actually owns like 5 miles off the coast, all the way around the island.
Doesn't water move? I'm not even going to think. I'm not even going to think about this. I have veggies.
You dig into food.
I dig into food because I don't want to get into the fact that any given amount of water is going to move. He can't own that water.
We do not quite have enough for the...
Yeah.
How much are we down?
Hold on.
Not by much.
Because I didn't include any...
Did you already calculate that into it?
Yes? No.
This also doesn't include any of the monster parts we're getting ready to sell.
That is very
which
true.
is
A lot.
once they're done calculating, it equates to around 75k
Well,
gold.
that doesn't include anything we're keeping, though. Because we're keeping some stuff.
I imagine y'all are keeping like a barrel.
Yep.
Of blood.
I'm keeping
A
teeth.
couple of fangs. So
Couple of scales.
you're like equivalent to 75k is what y'all are getting paid after y'all are keeping shit.
Okay. Because I want the teeth made into bullets.
So
Okay.
yeah, no. Y'all are getting paid a shitload of money because you have the rock, you have the dragon, and you have leftover loot from Pirate Island which is now becoming a trade point.
Yep.
Because it is owned by your merchantry, because nobody else owns it, and y'all are like, oh yeah, we have this pirate volcano island that we captured that has people on it, and they're willing to do trade route stuff with us, so we have a trade point north of here. And they're like, okay, cool, show us on the map. Cool, we have a trade point. We'll let all of the captains know there's a safe harbor here. Which means that they're going to start getting trade money.
Yep.
Which means the city's going to get bigger. The pirate island is going to get bigger. Pirate Island's name is now Tortuga.
Okay.
And it's going to mean that the formerly dangerous routes that are known as...
Are now safe.
Are safe.
Safer.
Well, I mean, they were known as certain death.
They were known as you're going to get hit. Now they're known as...
You might.
As long as you're an armed merchantry or
You're
an
fine.
escorted merchantry, you'll probably be okay because the major pirate that was there
Infestation.
is gone.
Yeah. It is now
There's still,
owned
like,
by
2
a
or 3 of
ragtag
them
group
that
of
weren't
adventurers who said, this is mine now.
And killed the pirates to prove it.
Yeah.
There's still 2 or 3 of them that are out there at the Admiral.
Yeah.
That is further west of where y'all were.
Yep.
We'll go get them eventually.
I'm still searching for clues on that one.
So, there is a thing.
Yeah.
There's a thing northwest of y'all, and there's the undead south of y'all.
Which we put off long enough, and I did promise Mackenzie that I would let her take care of. And I am nothing if not a man of my word.
And that is one thing you have not broken. You've only lied once you got caught in.
Yep. And decided it wasn't
Because
worth
you
it.
rolled like, what, a 1?
Rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a nat 1.
And I rolled like an 18 or something.
Yep. And I decided that lying to the crew is not worth the hassle.
I'm going to do the foot thing.
You gave them to me.
I know. And I knew what I was doing, and I am glad you are happy.
So,
It's just so many dice.
Penny.
We ought to...
That's 120 dice.
430.
yeah, it is currently 4:30.
And if we proceed forward, it's going to take longer than...
My assumption was we would actually wind the evening with picking up the stuff that y'all had previously ordered,
Okay. Yeah.
going to bed, placing new orders. If y'all want to message me that stuff in the Discord so that we have a record, that is fine. And when we pick up next time, which will be after the new year, maybe not the first weekend, we'll see, depending on how people are feeling.
I have a question. How far inland would the Heron be?
So when you left them, they were fairly far inland. You traveled quite a bit. But with the flying ship, that doesn't really matter. You know their general heading and the route that they roughly would take.
Right.
So you could kind of extrapolate once you're over the right area and go, okay, we need to go this way. And
I
we'll
was going to
eventually
think about
catch
sending a message in that direction.
if you're looking to send a message, they do go near cities and send a couple of people in who do trade with outsiders. If you're sending a message through like the Adventurers Guild or the Merchants Guild, because the Merchants Guild is who they'd really interact with. You're not sure how long it would take to reach them, but you know it would eventually get to them.
Okay. I will, in fact, I'll come up with a message for you, but I'm going to send one claiming that I have room. I am reporting in as a trailblazer. I'll be reporting in and have established territory soon for, half the tribe. Now, whether that brings any challenges from other trailblazers or what have you, because I'm assuming it's a prestigious thing to have established new area for the tribe.
Even if one trailblazer establishes territory, another trailblazer's not going to call it as, no, you didn't. They're going to be like, well, I've also established this over
Mine's
here.
better.
Well, just, I've established this over here as an option. It's not, one did better than the other. It's,
Okay.
Hey, we both did a good thing.
It's collab, not collaborative.
It's collaborative, not competitive.
It's not cooperative competition. It's healthy. We care about the tribe shit.
It is playfully competitive, but it's all about the cooperation. What's best for the tribe.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the message about something like that. That you and I can work about how big the tribe gets before it split. Because mitosis.
It was burdened on the need when you left. On this particular run.
We've been gone, what, a few months?
Months at
Couple.
this point.
It probably in the next 5 years from when you left, it would need to have
critical
space. It would need to have some kind of space to split. But it's not like tomorrow that, if you don't have space, they're not gonna serve.
At this point, I think Mackenzie and Grax have been traveling for 4 months together, maybe 5 months.
Close to 6 to 7 months.
6 to 7 months.
Because of the nature of naval travel is slower.
And then Ferrix joined in with the group, so Ferrix has been traveling about 2 or 3 months then.
Yeah.
With
Well,
everybody.
considering we just spent 2 to 3 months on this journey.
Y'all are 6 to 7 months, and Ferrix is 4 to 5 at this point.
Okay. I don't know. My math's off. Whatever.
A little bit.
So
Don't care.
I'll be able to say that within the year,
No hair, don't care.
within the year, I will have established territory, and hopefully we can bring them on the ship once we establish the island of our own.
You could, and I'm pretty sure they would be cool with it, send the armed merchantry fleet down to ferry
Yeah.
the half the tribe that you want to bring. It would take all of the ships you currently have, except the flying one, to move that many of Heron on at once. But you could move the entire half a tribe in one go with all those ships.
And then I would have to go with them. Otherwise, nobody's gonna believe.
Yeah.
It would require you there.
I'm not saying that the flying ship wouldn't go with. I'm just saying you wouldn't have to put anyone on the ship.
Right.
Yeah.
The space-wise, you would have it covered with.
I appreciate you guys, being here, gaming with me.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Just saying. I've had
Uber. We're friends. Why the fuck wouldn't we?
I'm just saying it's.
Are we still?
Yes, it's still going. So, potentially next week, maybe we'll see.
We'll see how everybody's
Otherwise,
feeling.
it'll be week
I know
after.
You were talking about needing a break.
It depends on. Okay, so I have an in-person class this semester, so I'm nervous about it.
If you need the time off, that is okay with everybody.
Except me, I hate you all. I'm kidding.
I see how it is.
Because Flopsy doesn't get any.
That sucks for Flopsy.
Such for Flopsy.
Really?
No,
We will see. As it stands currently, I know you're not particularly interested. You're looking for a quieter night that night. I don't think you're really interested.
I'd be up for maybe a couple hours of.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about for New Year's.
Yeah,
'cause
I'd be up for a couple hours of being around people, but seventh graders have been a lot recently.
So
Even this break is not doing much.
maybe we just hold off for the weekend. If we feel like getting together, then post in chat by Friday night.
Yeah.
assuming I'm still employed.
You will be. We'll be fine.
Well, my boss is pretty pissed. We gave.
Are you done?
Yeah. So
Before you start talking about that stuff, we don't want that online.
Yep.
Maybe
he's
next week. If not, week after.
We'll let-
We'll see. We'll
we'll
post
know.
it.
Yeah.
Goodbye.